Wow, this fight between these two teams, nobody is giving up. Resources being thrown left and right.
No, I mean, it looks like you would think that there wouldn't be that moment, but then they crashed out. And again, that fight was started by Iran. He wanted it, but also now the two turtles in the hands of FNOP, plus a turret. Kelra, one away, still might go down eventually. Iran goes in. No. Forward.
Yeah, a big flicker burst, and Kelra just having fun here in the bottom lane. Kelra with 2 kills is just so scary.
I mean, it's scary now, but he doesn't have the Berserker Fury, right? He's building up to a malefic gun, which I think we should get him sometime soon. In the meantime, I think that's a on PH, despite slightly going over TLID. The first item power sparks are finally starting to roll in.
Yeah, they're catching up with those first items. That's the Thunderbelt now, too. Super Friends just got the going on, so now working on his next. And I'm surprised. Again, where's he going to go with this diversion? Brings in King Kong with him. Malefic gun now, pick up for Kelra. They're going to get spotted out, but Fabian might be in trouble.
Okay, Fabian, going in, Super Prince, going back into King Kong. Now it's Kong over, Fabian locked down, Bruce, picking up that kill. Aran looking for the play, Ready, Sasso, the flicker.
Oh, he connects and now the line like Kelra, the line winning. He's on the mountain still. King Kong holds the line.
Kelra, again, dumping in Kurt with a follow-up. Kelra gets, steal down, it's a wipeout.
What? Just like that, 6 minutes, 36 seconds into the game, they achieve a wipeout against Team Liquid ID. That's what we call a pinch.
That is a pinch and more, and they're going to get more off of it. Again, you're already seeing the lightning come out. It looks like they want to play that way even in game 2. And Team Liquid ID, after that shocking wipeout, will have to readjust the game plan moving forward. Last hurdle, spawning up. Kurt just holding his own.
He knows. He knows. He's a little too strong right now. I don't know how else I can say this. Just a war axle. Oh, where's it going? Top side. I'm pretty sure he saw the Rivercrab get taken back.
He's up.
Spots him out. Oh. Away. Now it's Bruce with the as well. King Kong. There we go. Reaction. Oh, shot winning. That's away. Just barely as he buys enough time for Fabian to recall.
How many times has Witty gotten away in this game, and he's going to have to continue to do that? Even looking at the items, again, as we split down the roles as Kelra works on the tier 1 here. Witty's only got a Thunderbelt himself. You can see Starlium Sight now too for Fabian, still working on his next, and Iran, Thunderbelt too. So even the front line might be in danger because of the fact that this power spike for Kelra specifically.
Look at this guy!
That's just the preview already, and he doesn't even have the Berserker Fury yet.
Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the roles rankings on our little monitors, and he's got a 2K lead of his own, right? Oh my goodness. No, he's not going to die here, right? They just got to sacrifice his tier 2. No point to fight now.
Kelra is out-poking and out-ranging a Granger.
Yeah, that's you know, at that point, and now that he gets and just works that turret down, King Kong's still looking for a fight. Witty.
Kilroy again with a side. Brusco picks up the kill. Aaron, that Sonata does nothing. Kelra, slight tackle forward.
He's just showing off at this point. He's just showing off. I mean, what else can you say about it, right? He's getting away with everything. He's sitting there. He's got the super fan behind him.
Oh my lord.
If I had the super fan behind me too, I'd probably be as confident as Kelra, but right now they're already assaulting the base turret.
Aran walking up the Eternal Guard, not connecting. Brusco was able to dodge away from that one. Kelra is just munching on this turret from out of turret range.
We're not even hitting 9 minutes here as we move into that 9 minutes. 4 to 10, 7K gold lead. This is a ridiculous amount as Fnatic, Onyx, PH are putting Team Liquid in a slow chokehold, and they just can't breathe.
No, they can't. Yin Yang reaction. The ball is from Kelra. Diversion from Prince. And the diversion is truly a diversion. The midway comes in, and Kelra picks it up. Ready, Sansa flicker, Kelra!
Holding it forward, around has to hold the line. He goes down. Brusco cuts them off a double for Kelra.
Again, the diversions will work in favor. Whether they send it forward or not, they make a win. And now working on the mid turret.
They're making this look so easy right now, and this is almost impossible to come back from. Yeheskiel just doesn't have the items, and with the next wave already crashing on, let's see how Fnatic want to push through.
Fabian, back on it.
Oh, man, Fabian, he tried to go for the flank, but Kelra is the real assassin in game 2.
Honestly, at that point, now they can go ahead and focus on the Lord. It looks like they'll do that, but I wouldn't have expected at this point, 10 minutes in, 2 base turrets gone, non-existent for Team Liquid ID here.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Naisu. I did not expect this game to go so far to Team Liquid ID's control. I think a large part of it is because they've taken these fights as if they're skirmishes. Fnatic slowly pushes these skirmishes together into one full 5v5, and that's what Team Liquid ID is failing to see.
Let's think about it here. Team Liquid ID, how do they adjust from this? They're 8,000 gold behind. There's no way they touch any area here around this Lord, so it's more so of what's the game plan for the base defense on this push-in. I
feel like this is what we call in the business a checkmate angle for Fnatic on PH. They're not 10K, but they've got 2 inhibitor turns, which is already wild. This, with the Lord as well, I'm going to double check the items real quick on our monitor, and yeah, not enough of an item power spike. King Kong knows it, that they've got them in the triangle choke.
That's the beast. King Kong is just standing there, getting vision for the 2, and now they're looking for another siege.
At this point, clearing up the waves. But again, as that Lord does make its way, they are going to work it down, but they just want this bottom turret down if they can fully expose the base. Lord making its way down the mid. And again, without those shields of being part of this defense, that's a big advantage for Fnatic on PH because they did the work earlier on. So they all just have to wait for this Lord to push in and then decide, do they end the game? Do they take a turret? How do they approach it?
Let's see. Aran getting taunted back up. Oh my, Kelra's just doing so much damage. Side tackle. Kelra got the monster kill. Faven gonna be caught in the curtain call. Witty looking for an angle. Both base turrets taken now. Witty with a quick sand guard.
Oh. Now they're going for the back line. Briscoe's buying some time, but Kelra doesn't care anymore. He's going straight for the crystal to put it to a 2-0 for Fnatic Onyx PH.
You thought game 1 was fast. Well, Fnatic Onyx PH said we'll make it faster. 11:50. And now sitting at 2-0 in the grand final, best of 7. What is going on here?
They're looking like the more polished team right now.
Kelra has never made it to World Championship before. And the first one he's made it to, he might just get finals MVP here.
He just might. The whole team completely locked in already, showing us in game 1 and game 2. Panel, what do you guys think? Are FNOP locked in? What's going on here?
What we think here is that in M Series history, it's either a 4-0 or a 4-3. And now it's looking like it's going to the direction of a 4-0 because I gotta say the first
As well, cool places to attack each comp.
Hey man, they're gonna go in for the dive. They want to play their game. Both of them, right? FNOP want to go aggressive. TLID want to go aggressive. It's a brawl.
It's going to be a brawl out here again, a best of 7, and we're starting it up with game number 1. Oxiana Arena is ready for this bout, and both these teams have fought through the gauntlet to lead up to this. Already in the mid lane, a lot of early action expected with what we've seen so far. Super Prince pretty low here, but we got to talk about the fact that the meta has really set in, especially throughout the knockouts and where we've landed now. But this Lilia pick from Yehezkiel, mind you, one of the players that brings out the most unique heroes to the game here. And how does this work out?
Yeah, they brought up the Xavier. We were expecting something like that too. Oh, Witty with the flicker out. But yeah, this pick isn't really something we see too much of from Yehezkiel in MPL Medusa Season 14. Though, however, when his name was still Sin, we saw a lot of Yehezkiel Lilia.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the few picks that can apply a lot of pressure to your opponents, right? As long as you are hitting those stacks and making sure that you are continuously keeping them in place, you're basically a zoning mage, right? And let's not forget that, at least with Lo Yi, yes, the yin-yang reaction is great, but it also has the conditions of making sure you have an enchanted talisman, for an example. And you can see, right, from the emblems itself, he wants to live in these fights to continuously play them out.
Oh, flicker out from Yehezkiel. Shadow kill, not ready just yet. There you go. King Kong gonna be very low. Shadow kill not able to transfer over King Kong. Both teams surviving no casualties as of the first minute.
Well, good thing though, you know, Yehezkiel doesn't go down. Had to burn the flicker, so that is going to be down. Also the revitalize from Brusco. But both teams still obviously looking for that potential first blood, really on this side of the map here.
Okay, it's Kirk. We're just gonna walk up. Aran doing the same thing. Both of the tanks here, frontliners. It just seems like, you know, it's kind of a similar game that Brusco wants to play compared to Aran. It's all about screening, waiting, and I would say distracting the back line.
I mean, as long as the back line is confused with where they need to go, Team Liquid ID, we know for a fact they kind of want to go straight forward at their opponents, but only on the right conditions. And hopefully, it's based on where Super Preference is going to be showing himself.
And that's a part of this. Again, at level 4 for Witty, not available just yet, so not going to be able to go for that pick-off potential. Same thing on the other side, you know, it's Fnatic Onyx PH that wants to take their time as they approach the first objective. Don't want to overextend. Brusco has been fantastic throughout the tournament. making plays himself, you know, setting things up, like, for example, with the TLID that we saw earlier on. Here's the taunt, though. Witty's in trouble.
Witty jumping back and forth. Over the dragon. Over to Brusco. That's Fabian walking up. Shadow kill to Brusco. AOC able to escape.
He's still alive, but now they keep on going forward. Aaron Cheeky's hitting back against Super Prince. The front lines are starting to crumble.
Revitalize. Witty jumping back into Kundo. Now Brusco up diversion to the back as well. Witty taken down by Kirk with that primal wrap.
And they'll make it happen. First blood still going, though.
Oh,
Brusco.
He's alive, right? They're all good. They all good. All right. First blood goes through as expected. We weren't hoping for this game to be extremely bloody. It's still a marathon. It's not a race.
Aran will be trying to zone them away. Queller comes in from King Kong. Fabian on Aran gonna go for the stun. Kirk with the onward, and that's the kill with a soul sever. 2 kills for the neutral objective. Fabian.
He's fine. Oh, whoa, he goes back. Kirk. Oh,
they're not done with it yet. They want to keep on trading as much as they can. They cannot let this gold go too far off their leads.
you see already the back and forth, the pendulum is already swinging this early in the game, and that's what you want to do. If you're TLID, you want to go in for those pickoffs. You utilize the fact that you're so mobile on this Hayabusa for Fabian. He does pick up a Hunter Strike already too. Black shoes, Hezkill.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage, man. Diversion, don't know if they spot it. Hezkill spots it. Oh, no one takes it. Just a bit of vision, utility here and there for FNOP.
Great call. But so far, you can tell that both teams are trying to determine where the battle lines are, right? Respect the borders. The river has been such a dangerous place already in the first 4 minutes of the game, and only very small advantages have been created. So far, King Kong, a single level ahead of Fabian for now, and things could start snowballing out of control, because even Kirk has a lead on Iran.
He has a lead right now, still checking out the area here too, locking in the buffs before this next objective does come up. But so far, so good, even for Fnatic on it. Might be in trouble, pops the primal wrap, might get run down.
No flicker, Fabian with the quad shadow, able to connect onto Kirk. He is all isolated. He will not use the resources here. It will just be a kill. A quick pickoff for the cavalry.
And Fnatic on a PH have not found the trade on the opposite side. Close, but still no cigar this time. Woody able to cover on air on Shiki, knowing the motions coming in from Fnatic on it. That first rotation looks good. Here comes the next fight.
Taunt into Soul Sever from King Kong. Revitalize used up by Aran. Whoa, stun over to Brusco. AOG defensively. And that will be it in that skirmish. Meanwhile, the usurper, Fabian, up top, picking up a turret. Diversion coming down as well. King Kong charging at the surge. Will be able to find it. Fabian should be able to escape freely.
Gets out freely, gets a turret. Fabian doing work right now. He's everywhere on the Hayabusa. And that's what Fnatic on PH has to watch out for. Head on a swivel, but again, they have the Luo Yi. We saw Super Prince play this hero to a T throughout this tournament. And for the M6 in general, it's been such a crucial pick for a lot of teams in their compositions and how they approach the macro level of the game. Now that this turtle is up, though, second one for the taking, TLID has a very minor lead. And they'll try to get control of this too. Again, even if they plant Yehezkiel up front as a mage, it's fine. You can always block shoes out and just try to bait out some of the resources from Fnatic, and that's why they're so careful on the approach. Oh, bottom side.
Oh, Carol might actually, oh man, Fabian already used a shadow kill earlier, so no kill. Diversion on him. Shot in the bush, Aaron Cheeky able to dash away from the Earth Shatter. Now it's Witty coming down. King Kong securing the turtle.
He finds it. They managed to walk away. If they disengage now, it's going to be a plus for Fnatic on PH here, but the usurper will not let this stand. He's looking for another turret. That's 2 already secured.
At this point, this guy, he's a jungler, but he's also a turret destroyer, right? He's pushed down 2 tier 1s, but look at this side of the jungle. Focusing here, Witty should be able to get out, takes the Queller, but he's fine. But they do take a buff, and so they are going to try to find something around the map, and that's what Fnatic on will always do when they get the information on the moves coming out from TLID. So next focus for them, again, both teams already have one turtle, but the next time this comes up, the Lord is for the taking here. And that's where we really have to start to look. Are the items in place for them to fight out?
Dash away from the Jikundo. Witty gonna be caught in the bad spot. Kelra picks up the kill. Shadow kill from Fabian. Kelra's gonna be taken down by Fabian.
Revitalize already popped down as Super Prince is gonna get zoned out. Brusco should be gone for it. Yehezkiel bails out with the black shoes.
Oh, they still want to fight?
Oh, back into Fabian. Kirk going in as well. Primal Rat to take him down.
No!
Shiki bursted by the yin-yang reaction of Super Prince.
That's a great collapse. A clap back from Fnatic Onyx PH. This has been a battle of inches so far. We haven't seen any real momentum, but at least this time round, Fnatic Onyx PH fight on their terms after the initial aggression from TLID.
And that's what they had to have happen at this point. Again, waiting for that first Lord to come up. That also allowed now Kelra has the Malefic Gun on the Bruno alongside the Hosplau. So he's got the 2 items, and over on the other side, Aaron Shiki still building up into the second item. But they also grabbed themselves that tier 1 turret now on the top side. So playing into this in 20 seconds when that Lord comes up, Fnatic might decide to go ahead and approach this in a different way. Remember, every single time they can utilize Super Frints with the Luo Yi, show up at an off angle, and surprise TLID.
Alright, so we're seeing a different approach to the Granger here in the Grand Finals. Shiki going for the safer approach. Usually we see Skypiercer item 2, diversion. Fabian's gotta be careful here.
They spot him.
Action, no, the taunt as well. No, Fabian gets away from the taunt, gets out of the worldy. Or just the last shot, actually. Not even worldy committed by Kelra.
But now the Lord, they've lost position on it, right? With Fabian so low, I don't think he can contest for this. Let's see how TLID is going to handle as they drop the Glorious Pathway.
Glorious Pathway down as well. King Kong able to burst it down. Soul Sever. Witty jumping in with the Kundo and the Dragon.
And then continue forward. Aaron Shiki holding his ground. They're looking for a fight. No, Fabian fights one. Kelra takes down another. And now without any purifies, Kelra walks forward, finds it. Kirk takes it. Aaron Shiki is down. And that is going to be a full wipeout here for Fnatic Onic PH.
The gold standard! Kelra making his mark on the world stage in the Grand Finals. A wipeout, and now he's just balling down these turrets.
He saw Fabian take the turrets, he's take the team and the mid turret, tier 2. Taking a look at the instant replay brought to us by Kadia. This setup was so good, and it looked like Team Liquid had an idea on how they could win this team fight. But the biggest problem, look at the positioning for Kelra. Untouched, just able to move and groove and slide around and pick up the kills and clean things up.
I think that TLID, even though they had an idea in terms of execution, could not find it just yet, right? Oh no, Witty, he's
man, Kelra! This is the burst! Aaron Shiki even comes AOG, Aaron Shiki gonna be falling to Brusco! Diversion to the back!
And Brusco, he doesn't mind with Kirk and Super Prince already holding on. Yehezkiel making sure those minions are down. They can't get out of this just yet.
Kelra is unstoppable, and it's going for more as well. Kelra gets a double.
Into the slide, he went. The toss up, the slide, it's all on point.
Talking about chemistry, the Super family well connected there, making sure that the onward and the slide tackle are perfectly in combination, and they get to walk out for free, despite being in the base with Holy Shields.
And this is why it's just so infuriating. It's so annoying to go up against Fnatic Onic Philippines. For the few 6 minutes we saw, we were like, all right, they were matching King Kong, they were matching Kirk, but then Kelra shows up.
It's a tough game. It's a really, really tough game here. Based on the items, you can see the respect coming out from both sides, all right? Aaron Shiki currently at 2 items with a Hunter Strike and the BOD. He's not going for Skypiercer this time around, but even Fabian, right? He's not going for Skypiercer either. He wants instant power. He hasn't gotten the War Axe just yet, but decided to finish the Malefic Roar first.
There it is, locking that in. And this is the difficult part of it, because if we have to look at and break this down, Team Liquid ID, they just had a landslide gold deficit now. You can see it, right? They're feeling pretty good. The lightning emotes are out, the charge is up. But for Team Liquid ID, they kind of relying on Witty. But the problem is, he prioritized Magic Resist. But the Kelra's the problem right now. A couple shots alone brings Witty down, even Aran on the high-lows. So now this is where they go ahead and continue to put the pressure, take the buffs, take whatever they want. And it's up to Team Liquid ID and Witty and Aran to figure out how do we deal with this.
I mean, right now, the next item, Power Spike, that we can see, Winds of Nature, already purchased by Kelra. He doesn't mind to go for those 1v1s, either against Fabian or even from Aaron Shiki. But at this point, I think that TLID will have to just sacrifice another inhibitor. This next fight is going to make it or break it for them.
And Yehezkiel just can't get close. The fact of the matter is, Kelra already has the Malefic gun, so he's going to be outranging the glooms coming down from Yehezkiel. And if he needs to dish out a bit more damage to get the kill, he's going to have to sacrifice the black shoes, maybe even the flicker. And I don't know, man. I don't see Lilia as an execute hero.
I mean, Lilia is supposed to be designed against Brusco, maybe even Kirk, sometimes even King Kong if he's already dashed into the middle of the fight, right? He needs Aaron Shiki to kind of slow them down so he can make sure he hits every single one of his abilities. But for now, Fnatic Onic, they understand that they've got better team fighting overall based on the number of fights that they've had around the river.
And Aran will go ahead and give the information that Fnatic Onic PH will go ahead and start up to the Lord here. They're pretty scattered across the map, so they might just be making the call, you know what, give up the Lord, give it to them, and get ready for a base defense because they got a lot of catching up to do. They're down 8,000 gold. The good thing is they hold on to the base turrets earlier on, but now that this Lord is getting ready to siege in, and what we've seen so far from the team fighting capabilities of this lineup from Fnatic Onyx PH, Team Liquid ID is going to have to pull some type of a miracle already diversion, just try to spot things out. Aran is there alongside Fabian. Wants to go ahead and grab his purple buff before this fight, before this defense that they need to pull off. But they're just shoved off of it again. So they have no choice but to go ahead and get prepped and ready for that Lord crashing down on the bottom side, managing the waves. The flares will go out, giving them the information at this point. And so now, Fnatic Onyx PH, are they going to press the situation, dive into the base, over the walls as the Lord charges in?
Wouldn't be too bad of an idea if they do so, right? As long as Kelra has the space, he can do whatever he wants to, and even sidestepping the Death Sonata shots just to make sure TLID gives him respect.
Look at that, Milfic gun. That's what it gets you. You can hit the turret from so far away. It's a mortar. Slowly but surely just catapulting his way into the base turret. 2 base turrets gone just like that. They're blitzing the base of Liquid.
Are they going to go for a third here?
Oh, yeah. That's the Dragon. Over to Kirk. Kirk can be caught. Aaron Cheeky unable to dish out enough damage. Aran demolished. Obliterated in front.
And with, that's tough. Aran is gone. Diversion.
Oh my god, almost a fadeaway! Head deal is quelled! And Brusco goes in for the AOG. 2 members down.
Literally vaporized at this point, and now going for the endgame scenario. They just don't have the items to hold on!
Kelra's just focused. FNOP claim game 1 in a dominant fashion.
Dominant game number 1. 7-1-5 for the gold standard Kelra, but man, the entire lineup shined in their own way through this. And for Team Liquid Indonesia, a lot to go ahead and calculate from here. Again, it's a best of 7. There's plenty of time to readjust, reconfigure the game plan here, and we'll see how those adjustments are made. But first, of course, we're gonna have this broken down by our panelists over there.
If you have a ferry watch, you can ride their buggy. So you can go to the carnival. So we couldn't do that, but we're working.
I need to get a watch. That's what I got out of that.
You know what I need?
What do you
This
need?
isn't actually mine. They didn't give me one. Miracle let me borrow it.
Since we're on top of things here, literally in the nosebleed seats in Axiata, I could use a secret lab.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Too.
You know what we'd be able to do with Secret Lab?
What?
You can play for longer because the chair is comfortable. Heck, if Rex had a Secret Lab chair, his daughter will stop making fun of it.
Exactly. She would. But you know, we all know whose fault that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Secret Labs would be great.
Just watch M6 now. Why are you
Here
gaming?
or at home.
Either way. Now we gotta get back on topic here,
All right.
folks. 2-0. 2-0 for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. One more win, and they're at match point. While all of this is going on, TLID had time. They had time to readjust. They had time to re-strategize. So far, gentlemen, in my personal opinion, whenever TLID adjusts, is honestly in their mid lane when it comes to the hero picks. I don't know if that's enough. Because so far, Fabian rotating the same heroes. Aaron Shiki rotating same heroes. Weedy rotating same heroes. We got to see what else can we rotate around. But now we are talking to Beloyski, the M-chat here. Beloyski, you've met Kelra in MPL Philippines a couple of times. Is there anything you'd like to tell him? Kelra is a good friend of mine. He's always been a humble person. I see him as a kid who's always eager to win. That's why he's now the best gold laner in the world. He truly earns the title. Good luck, Kelra.
And it's that same hunger that has kept Kelra relevant and on top of world rankings all throughout, even if he's never won an MPL, even when he took a while to get to the world stage.
And now we're looking at the average KDA. Look at the difference here. First of all, the top 3 is all Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Number 4 is Innocent, and number 5 is Aaron Shiki.
Didn't do justice to the beauty, but still an extended
double digits for that average KDA.
Because of the results of the past couple of games and their meeting in the upper bracket finals, the head skill was prior on top of the scale. And now the Ghost of Jakarta cannot step back up. And this is what we have. Still, just barely there, top 5. The untouchable Aaron Shiki, but Yeah, compared to the three from Fnatic, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, and those numbers could honestly continue to go up as we go through this series. If TLID doesn't hit the switch at some point, looking like, you know, things might wrap up soon.
Hey, I just hit the switch, flip. That's what needs to happen right now from the side of TLID to be able to get back online and take this game under control, because they're running out of opportunities. Now facing the basket against the wall, 2-0, and everybody knows what comes to esports. It's one of the hardest things to come back from. So jumping into the next game, a couple of things are going to have to change. First, Woody, he tried to go for the setup, he tried to go for the Cho, it didn't work out. He goes in for the Khalid for the damage to try and find the back line, and Leslie has to pick up with the proper zone.
25 star Liga, 15 minutes, 25. Only 10 stars.
Stage, we just saw Coach Facehugger, now analyst / assistant for Team Liquid ID, and the situation they're in right now is 0-2 slump. I bet this throws him back to his old days in Aura, where they would struggle in MPID for the longest time, and now as a coach is like, yeah, I've been there, gentlemen. I know what it's like. I wonder if that kind of wisdom is coming into game number 3 right now, because they need everything they can have, you know, any kind of help.
Now we're jumping into the drafting phase of game number 3, where TLID, now or never, they gotta pick up some kind of momentum. And if we go back to the advice of Coach Jeb, something about having fun is being comfortable, is being alive. And now we hear TLID not giving Kelra that Bruno anymore. And now looking at the junglers here, only one has been banned, and that's Fanny.
So at this point, maybe we see FNOP just, all right, fine, you ban, they're very known to do this. If you're gonna ban the Bruno, we'll ban the Granger here. Leave the jungles open to trade up on. But again, FNOP's now they're in this place of maybe comfortability, but my guess is you just ban the Granger here.
I mean, it's a pretty good ban, and again, if you pick up the Suyo, you got the Joy. If they pick up the Joy, they got the Fredrin. The Eve gets banned out, which, might I remind you, this is the pick TLID used to stop Snoggeray Giant. So this is a very good respect ban here. And now TLID, time to drop the beat of Flash, becoming up Joy.
That's a stinger, right? I mean, I feel like FNOP is putting them in a chokehold right now, right? They want them to take the Joy. They're not even worried about it. I mean, credits to Coach T over there, Coach Trex. The Fredrin is still on the board, and we know it's 100% win rate.
But that alone is not the problem here. You can still put the Suyo on King Kong. And
Granger as well.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, exactly, and win the rest of the lineup.
If I'm banning Bruno, I'm thinking we definitely see the Granger pick up here, right? It's like, why even? Because now you give over Granger. And then what do you have in response to Kelra at this point? Who's been, yeah, but against Kelra on the Granger.
Oh, hard.
Now FNOP's, all right, so FNOP decides to switch it up. Fine, we're gonna have some fun this game.
They're taking risk here.
Well, there's no need to rush the Suyo. They do open up the Granger still. Definitely a risk because you're outranged. But something tells me Fnatic, like, they won the first 2 games with a very similar lineup. They're going, all right, maybe this time we dive.
I mean, I don't know. Personally for me, when you hear footsteps, you think of horses, not zebras, where sometimes the simplest thing is the right solution. But it looks like Fnatic Onyx Philippines, they're throwing a curve here, which is very interesting.
We've seen Fnatic Onyx pull this kind of trick against their series with Falcon Esports. They could have won clean, and then decided to go, yeah, let's play the Yu Zhong.
Yeah, that's why, you know, I'm like, I don't know about this.
I think at this point, it's, I don't know. It feels a little weird seeing the Harith up front. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's weird at all, but yeah, I think Fredrin here would be solid. It's definitely what I think I would see them pick. But again, they're in that point I was talking about, where sometimes if FNOP starts drafting a little strange, this is a chance for TLID to capitalize.
So let me just say this. The reason why I feel like it's strange, because it feels like a trap, right? Do we not get this kind of vibe? It's like they're letting go of their Granger. It feels like they have a strat specifically for this Granger. So that's why I feel like this is sus. They're letting go of this. What are they planning? What's the strategy here? What kind of trap is TLID going to fall into?
Yeah, and then they go for the Suyo instead of the Fredrin as well. So I'm right there with you. I think they are having a strategy that we have yet to see so far in the Oxiata arena. But when it comes to TLID, Adhan, he's got a comfort pick. He's rocking that Hilda.
Yep, he himself pushed the Hilda agenda all throughout MPLID, and now the world is reeling in the wake of this XP lane dominator. Going into bans, we still don't have mid laners. Instead, they ban a specialty hero for Widdy, the chip.
At this point, I'm liking TLID's draft. Their draft is clean. They were given a lot of prio, a lot of great picks. Everything that they have feels good against what FNOP has brought so far.
Right now, when I'm thinking of traps, maybe I'm overthinking in general here, but if there's a Suyo, would you ban a Fredrin?
No.
No.
But is there a chance Fredrin EXP comes up?
Nah.
Maybe, but that's still, I mean, that only really kicks in what, that's going to kick in around, like, First Lord, but either way, that's when FNOP's been fighting. That's when they've been really winning out, is around that 7-minute mark.
There's so many other heroes left
yeah.
for Kirk to just suddenly go, yeah, I'll Fredrin XP. I doubtful. Maybe you are overthinking it, LaFell.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Because again, I feel like something's cooking here, and I'm not sure what it is.
Speaking of cooking, you are going to see the high-lows taken off the board as well. We still have yet to see the mid lane matchups. The Farza still up for grabs. Looks very good, I would say, even for both sides. Maybe you have to worry about the Katat. But Brusco the Bruiser, right? I mean, we know how he performs on this Katat, right? He's able to get to the back line. This literally was the deciding fact in game number 1. We saw multiple times where he would go in at 1 HP, and the tenacity, the only thing to keep him alive, and they're able to find the picks off. They're able to take out multiple members of TLID.
So what are we looking at here? Final ban coming in from TLID is going to be the Khalid. Target down onto Brusco, target down onto that roam, maybe a Kirk pick. Edith still open for the side of FNOP.
Which means the Valentina Edith dynamic is still there. If ever Fnatic Onyx do pick up the Edith, but I don't think they're going to pick it here. They'll pick the mid laner here and then keep that XP laner pick for Kirk. That's what I'm guessing.
So what do we think they pick up for mid here? Maybe they take? I mean, Valentina doesn't look amazing here. They could go for the Farz, I guess, but Joy's going to run down on that. You got the Death Sonata. You have a lot of answers for Farza. But again, it is Super Friends, probably one of the best positioners in the game right now. It's tough.
Even the Aurora is still available for grabs. FNOP could definitely take that, especially having that Hilda is going to rush in. I mean, having the crowd control would be very effective. But wait a minute! Sicilian locked in for FNOP.
Mad range from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. What does TLID do? Currently, they only have one person who can get into the backline here, and that's Fabian's Joy. Do they have room in the draft to kind of pivot there?
I mean, we've seen this exact pivot before. We've seen Joy go, what, mid? Well, they need to answer, and then they pick up Alpha or something like that.
I don't think the Ghost plays like that, son.
I'm just saying. You're right. He's a artillery backline. I don't know if that's in his kit. It's true.
Only couldn't.
You can fight range with range.
Couldn't do it then.
The Navaria,
maybe
up against this composition, you can play from afar. You don't think you have to work
Navaria's cooking.
That's a double poke.
Oh!
It's still good poke. The Farsa, again, great range artillery mage, and the Carmilla, which I think is a. I've heard, you know, from many fans of MPLID that it's like a comfort pick for Weedy. I wonder how useful it'll be here in this game.
It's the we don't know what to pick, but we're gonna go for this. It's the whatever.
I don't want to say it like that.
I mean, I would not exactly not know what to pick, but it is the okay. A lot of things could work here. What do you want right now, Widdy?
This is something that you can possibly come back with, because the Curse of Blood is very deceptive, right? When you hit that big burst of damage, you can't really calculate for that. So maybe this is their Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging, though, because now they're lacking in the crowd control department. It's going to be more on being the aggressor in these situations, and we know just how well Fnatic Onyx is with the aggression. We even had a lot of segments when it was aggression versus endurance, and they were the aggressor in that struggle. And now the final pick will be the CC to match the mobility of Aran on his signature Hilda.
Right now, TLID looking at the draft. This is one of their best drafts so far when it comes to comfort. But is it enough? We're throwing it over to the casters.
Two devastating games already for Team Liquid ID, and now 2 games MVP performances for Kelra. This time doesn't get the Bruno. Can we see an adjustment here? Is this enough to bring a match win for Team Liquid ID.
It's going to be a hard journey this time. I mean, their draft, yes, as LaFell has mentioned, could maybe turn it around with that Cursed Blood, but it feels more like a deny rather than an accelerant.
I like the adjustment, right? I really like the adjustment for TLID. I feel like this is a very comfort draft for them, and it's now or never. It's 2-0 already.
It's 2-0 already, and if FNOP gets this one, they're going to be facing championship point ahead of them in this best-of-7 grand final. Team Liquid ID, the draft is unique. We've seen the picks before, and this Carmilla in the hands of Winnie will have to go ahead and pull something out that we haven't seen just yet. The Curse of Blood can work great in this. Not only that, but also we have to point out the fact that this is a lineup that should extend the team fights in their favor. 2 revitalizes for them, 1 from Witty and 1 from Aran to go that way. And also taking a look at the emblems here, breaking it down, Gideon.
Looking at the emblems, you're seeing a lot of poke, right? 3 Impure Ages coming all across the board. Oh, Aran, you're in so much trouble!
Revitalize already. Sanguine Claws brings him back. Kirk rotating over. Fabian recovering that position for the team. Aran gets away.
I don't think he's going to be able to recover from that just yet, especially when the CC is on the opposite end. And now, even in the mid lane, they're still contesting for it. Rusko making sure that he can sustain against Witty and Yehezkiel at the same time. And this is what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, Surge, Sanguine Claws, Soul Sever. King Kong picks up first blood.
That's not what you want to happen, man. You know, give King Kong the Suyo. He'll make it happen. First blood in his hands. And that's the thing. The team is going to go ahead and play around those points. If they know that some of the resources are down from that early skirmish earlier on, they'll still capitalize it. And every single time the Suyo is picked up, I don't know. I actually don't know the perfect statistic on how many first bloods that hero actually has. Just because how much damage he has in the early game with the Soul Sever.
He does, but Kirk right now is winning this 1v1 pretty hard so far. And Aran forced to actually go for the recall. But generally, how I'm seeing this is that TLID need to make sure that they have a tight game, right? Any little mistake that they've made, we've seen Fnatic Onyx PH really blow that over and turn it into a full-on snowball.
Let's think about this. This time around, Kelra's not going to have the Bruno. He's got the Harith, a signature pick of his. Hold on, hold that thought for a second. The fight for the turtle, though. Fabian.
The retribution, though, going to be caught in the curtain call, and also the Sanguine Claws. Witty pops in to revitalize. Kirk coming in as well. Kirk into the back, he dives.
And now he wants to continue on. Oh, the Vengeance, not enough. Takes down, but at least Fabian is able to find a kill for himself, right? These small moments to pick up these kills, to find that initial gold is going to be great, but this Sanguine Claw is showing up to be quite a bit of a problem from TLID.
And again, Super Prince is on a hero that is very late game centric. You want to go ahead and build up those stacks on the bad impact, and then eventually you're just popping off damage from range. But going back to it, you know, for Kelra, this Harith works a little bit different. Wow, already Yehezkiel forced to go ahead and just wings on out of there. But he's going to be fine. Already early damage potential showing.
I really hope he doesn't disrespect it. So far, Kirk has been playing a strong game, and Aran does have a bit of a level lead so far, but at the same time, right, we're noticing that it's just about pushing these waves, making sure you have priority, making that very first move. It's just the capitalization has been a little weak.
Good trades. Oh, up top, Kirk picked off Fabian. Able to utilize Aran's aggression. Now it's Witty who gets traded on the map. Super Prince with the claw. And King Kong with the kill.
Okay, at least it's pretty good. They're trading up, right? We give Witty, we take Kirk. It works out at the end.
And not only that, but this is Fabian, the best start that he's had so far in the series. It is going to be on this Joy. Could hyper scale up pretty well. Shiki will burn the flicker, so Kelra goes and gets that resource out with the Zaman Force. But Fabian also, going back to it, picks up the Starlium Scythe now. And with the early kill that he has, he actually is able to provide quite a bit of damage. Still running that Temple Rain on the Joy here.
They have to really take their time with this, right? A lot of the motions on the map are pretty readable, but from Fnatic Onyx PH, it's about making sure this mid is clear, and at least Aaron Shiki is going for the double waves, and I feel that in the past couple of games, as much as Aaron Shiki was able to pick up those double waves, Fnatic Onyx capitalized a lot more on Yehezkiel and his positioning, which is something we need to keep in mind, right? If we see Feathered Airstrike, we're expecting GOA to come out pretty fast.
Now that the turtle's up, they're going to fight for the space already. Yehezkiel gets taunted.
That's a lot of damage, bad impact. Oh, Yehezkiel forced to flicker out to safety. Meanwhile, Aran with a yo-yo Witty forced to use the revitalize just for the burst, just for the poke of Super Prince.
Feather Airstrike is going to come out very. Fabio is going to try electrifying beats. He's already gone in. Cursed Blood.
And that's going to be Brusco taking very low, still able to survive. Brusco in the midst of it all. Getting the kill back. Fabian claiming the turtle. AOG. That's the kill for Fabian. Jumping back in. Kelra's down. Play
They didn't find it back. They didn't get the trade that they were looking for. And finally, Team Liquid have some momentum in the game, and King Kong is able to walk away from another electrifying beats. At least they're able to breathe for now, but one of the better starts we've seen from TLID.
Yeah, not only that, but all that going again to Fabian here on the Joy, 5-0 now, gets the triple. Not only that, but also got the turtle. Uh-oh, King Kong might get spotted out.
Oh, no, we don't want to watch Murray!
Oh, King Kong survives the outplay from King Kong. Kurt gets the shutdown. Fabian got taken out under the turret.
He's alive.
That's shutdown right there.
How did it happen?
How?
Fabian, I mean, he's 5-1 now. Broken record at this point of time, but here comes the rest of the team. It's now they're going for a bit of a lane swap. Kelra dealing with a round underneath the turret with the Zaman voice. He's not even worried about it.
He doesn't care about it.
Oh, look at him.
Jumping back and forth. Aran over the bush again. Sanguine Claws catches him. Oh, the airstrike into the back. Aran will be slain by the bat impact.
The timing on the Unbreakable to get the taunt outside of the circular from the feathered airstrike was perfect timing.
Outside of the circular. I love that. I like that a lot, in a matter of fact. But at the same time, it's 5-5, and they've evened out that lead. Man, that was such a huge shutdown. The gold now looking real good, but there's permanent damage on the map. Top side missing up and one inhibitor. Sorry, not one inhibitor, a tier 1, but even the bottom side has been traded too. At the same time, King Kong's still leveled down on Fabian.
He's leveled down. They're finding these small wins across the map, and Team Liquid ID is going to have to get in a position to go ahead and capitalize on some of the leads they have. Like you just mentioned, the lead in levels, even for Aaron Shiki, he is at level 10 right now. He's only got the Hunter Strike, still building in. Meanwhile, Kelra, Starlium's side still working on the second item, but now the last turtle for the game is started up by TLID. Let's see if they can get the 3 for 3 here.
They're all going to focus onto Aran. Sanguine Claw, Aran very low for the airstrike to zone him away. Fabian wins out the retreat battle. King Kong taken out by Fabian as the curtain call comes down, but FNOP will just disengage.
Yep, they're just pulling back. We don't need any more than this. Let's not overextend, and let's just breathe for a moment. With King Kong already down, Fabian has guaranteed his level lead against his opponents, but Aaron Shiki is the main win condition. He needs to poke out his opponents, and once Fnatic on it get desperate, that's when Witty needs to find that counter engage.
Briscoe taking a lot of shots here.
Prince in that bush. Aaron Shiki now with the Rhapsody as well. Aaron able to escape. Kelra with the chase.
Oh, no,
and it's got by Aran. Power Warriors. And for the airstrike, Kelra still able to dodge away for so long.
2 for 1 so far, but it's still revitalized. Comes out through electrifying beats. Does not take him out. Finally, Fabian is able to put him down as Aran is next to fall with the help of King Kong. Are you gonna do it? Yes, he will. Underneath the turret, they dive. A double for Kirk.
The timing from the Super Fam comes through again in a fight that you thought was all for TLID, but it wasn't. And now, again, the pendulum swinging in Game 3. They focus on the base turret, the mid turret, tier 1.
Under the turret going in for the airstrike.
Nice
Kirk shall be shut down by Aaron Shiki.
That's 280 gold into the pockets of TLID. At least they find something back. 9-9. They're keeping it a very tight series here, but with 3 turtles on their side and 1 turret, we're looking for some permanent damage from specifically Fnatic on a KH, because now you realize that it's all about waiting for that Cursed Blood to come out and then maybe looking to, you know, overstep a little bit to get TLID to come out of their comfort zone.
The most difficult thing here for Fnatic on a PH is obviously dealing with where Fabian is. Most of the time, because of how far ahead he is in terms of damage potential on the Joy, they got to keep an eye on the back line, and Kirk's been doing a fantastic job. I mean, he is tanky enough to go ahead and jump in around whether he has the Vengeance or not. And that's kind of a mirrored approach where your back line is both exposed on both lineups if you're not careful here. So they check things out in the mid lane. The Lord is up, and Kirk's going to be the one to go ahead and get in position. Now still, it's relatively even across the board that tier 1 gets pushed in by the minion wave at bot as they get in position for the Lord.
I just love the fact that they're forcing respect out of them, right? Even on the bottom side, from FNOP, they're not spreading out anymore. They got to stay together.
So Belfic Roar already picked up by Aaron Shiki too, so that should be the power spike, 3-item power spike. You can see the damage, the poke with the feather airstrike as well. Death Sonata. Kelra is out of the fight just like that. Up top, 1v1, Flavor Fave, the usurper in the 1v1 against Kirk.
Nice one.
I want to go solo kill you, but it's not King Kong, it's Kirk.
Yep, it's Kurt for now, but it's not over just yet, right? 4 ultimates to 3 ultimates. The ult economy is looking pretty good for Fnatic Onic at this point in time, and this is the very first Lord. If they're looking for that big swing, Fnatic Onic need to win this out.
They'll just delay it a little bit longer. Team Liquid ID still having the revitalizers too. One was just used by Witty. Still have the one for Aran. They'll get the go signal though on the Lord. They're gonna zone out FNOP.
Aran jumping in. Oh, it's gonna be done as well. Baby claims it, and Kelra disappears. Aaron Shaky gets him down with the Death Sonata.
Where did he go? Where did he go? Just a couple of shots and he disappears into thin air. Unfortunately, he's not able to build up enough shields. The raw damage from Aaron Shaky is just too much for now.
If he comes
too much for now, and this is the game that Aaron Shaky and the rest of Team Liquid ID needed to get themselves another major objective, and now trying to work down some of the turrets they still have left to approach the base of FNOP, but Aaron Shaky just go ahead, post up, take down that tier 2 as the Lord makes its way down bot. Aran? Kirk?
Oh no, Aaron!
Aran might have just made it. Kirk into the midst of the rest of the cavalry who just pounce on him.
Kirk, he's got to calm down here. I mean, yes, it's calculated from Aran's side, but Kirk should know better. He got very confident off of that, and this is off of a Lord push.
Lord push right now. Mid turret still being worked on. A feathered airstrike dropped down.
Look at the
a lot of
damage
shots for King Kong. Shields are going to be popping here though. Lord almost gone. The last one will go down though as Lord is cleared out. So FNOP will hold on to the base turrets pretty healthily.
For now, at least they can breathe. At least they can, you know, take their time and rethink their strategies.
Farsa,
the hardest part
will
is
poke them
getting the
down.
right people to group together. Ideally, you want to
Have
get
to
that
zone out
call
these
on both
mates.
Aaron Shiki and Yehezkiel.
Super Prince
Maybe
zone out
ideally
Karna
Fabian as well,
Parega.
with basically any other front lines.
Still want to go in. Kirk. Oh, feather airstrike. Oh, the super Prince leads like they should have the glowing one. Oh my god, gets mad impact just in time. Another feather airstrike over to Kelra. Very low on Kelra and Kirk. Prince able to clear out the wave in the bottom lane, and that is it. But man, the kill threat.
He was hurt.
He was hurting a lot. That was glowing wand on top of the work. Oh
I also
my, it could have gone bad. Super Prince luckily pops his ult in time and conveniently has minions down by the bottom side of the map.
Been real bad.
It could have been real bad. Even running with that. Again, all Super Prince wants to do is continue to build up on the stats that he has. Glowing wand, wishing lantern now. You can see it there. 216 stacks for the Sicilian. So the later the game gets dragged
King Kong is getting gapped the whole game,
Super
bro.
Prince becomes pretty devastating in terms of
Game
damage.
1
But you saw it too. The
game
stats for
2
Aaron
Shiki.
He deleted Kelra earlier
the
on.
marksman
Yeah, I
was
mean, he's
carrying the game.
695, he's about to hit 700, and it's only like 1230
Seven
in
is
the game
winning.
so far. I mean, he's been
Mid
stacking
game
up
and get
really,
for
really
it.
nicely. I do like the way the TLID is adjusted.
You can see the purchase for Witty. Anti-Curse into second item Twilight Armor, so he has ways to deal with the poke that will be constantly coming out from FNOP's Super Prince, right? With the Sicilian, that bad impact, it won't really have that punch anymore with the Twilight Armor. You can just constantly take that damage, back away, wait for it, Kelra. Oh,
Look at
the
it.
back wilderness! That's a big bomb. No, that's
Oh
another curse of
my
blood
God.
from Witty!
That's
Five,
3
4 of
members
them.
already down, and Kirk, he's got
And
no
it's gonna
pushing
be
power as Fabian
finally
starts running in with the
TLID.
rest of the squad. It's going to be the Vengeance already. Papa with no minions. What?
Okay. There's the push in from the cavalry they're looking for in game of 3.
4 men down, this might be
FNOP
it.
still
Aaron
trying
has
to
to
defend,
go
but they're
back.
gonna have to make this work.
Only Kirk left now. Gun
Get him,
down
get
the
him, get him,
Rhapsody
get him, get
and
him,
that
bro.
Sky Piercer.
Nice
The
one.
cavalry are alive.
How can he heal
They
that,
breathe
bro?
life into
Heal
another
that baby
game,
on the
extending
run.
the series. They're not going to let FNOP get to match
Free
point
and
just yet.
free.
Not without at least one
Ranger.
stampede down.
They came through as a stampede in game 3. We talked about the adjustments leading in this
When
one,
you
and it
give
was
Ranger
apparent
and
here
Buff for
from
free,
start to
You have to
finish.
suffer, bro.
They showed that they have fight in them right here for this series.
And you can see how the Carmilla was a comfort for Witty the Wise.
Yep. It was a great pick, unique draft once again. We're
That
gonna have
may
to go
get
ahead and
Holia.
throw it over to the
That
panel
may
to
quit
break
India.
down game number 3 and see what they
What's
thought
the idea?
about this result.
TLID was able to take down Fnatic Onic Philippines in game number 3. The
Bro, like that,
question
bro,
is it an outplay or a mistake? Trax, what do you think?
डॉक्टर तो यूट्यूब में देख रहा है कि फोन में देख रहा है और गेम में देख रहा है लाइव
यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हैं, यूट्यूब पे देख रहा हूँ।
वहाँ भी देख सकते हैं ना, गेम में भी।
वहाँ भी देख सकते हैं। गेम में देख सकते हैं। हम उसको सिर्फ वो टास्क कंप्लीट करने के लिए यूज करते हैं। राइट करो। क्या इमोर्टल से हो? रेंजर तो रेंजर बोल रहा हूँ। रोल से खेल रहे हैं। बोले जो जिससे भी है। अल्लाह रैंक देख खेलने देगा तू। ये भाई। आज फाइनल
So we are supporting the same team, okay?
Begin.
Team good. Hopefully they win.
अच्छा सॉरी रैंक लगा दिया। चैलेंज एक्सेल ठीक हो गया। अरे अकेला तुम लोग अब आ भी नहीं रहे, ठीक है भाई। हम आ गए। चलेगा माइक कौन ही था? मेरा गेम में बंद हो जाएगा फिर वहाँ पे। और कोई आ रहा क्या? सच्ची। कोई आ रहा क्या?
Invite का Dexter. Bro ले दो.
आ जाओ। घूम कौन है? क्या? राजी वो क्या? वो बीवे लोग का जो एग्रीमेंट किया था एक बार। नहीं बस चलो शीरो होता है ये कोई इसका बस शीरो का दोस्त है, ठीक है भाई। शीरो का ही दोस्त है। मेरा दोस्त बोल गए नहीं, ये विवेक उसमें वो उसके लिए नहीं किया था क्या? पेज का रिक्रूटमेंट में आया था ये शायद। नो उसी में आया था ये मुश्किल है। What the fuck? वो एंटर नहीं किया। ये एंटर नहीं किया। अब किक कर दो। मैच भी रहता है। पिकाचू कौन बर्थडे गले? तेरा हैप्पी बर्थडे लेकिन ये आदमी का क्या बोलता है और बढ़िया लगा थे एनिमी का पोस्टर्स। मेरे पे भी है भाई, बस मेरे को पता है अपना अपना।
See, it's not about gold lane. It's about mid lane. If you win the mid lane, you will win the gold lane as well.
बट भाई लोग फिर एक्सटेंड करते हैं, साला 3-0 करना चाहिए था।
They have to focus. TLID have to focus in gold lane because Aaron Shiki and Kella they're both good gold laners. They will not. They won't play go 1 versus 1. They will not. अरे
यावी बढ़िया था। यावी दिखाता हूँ, आ जाओ। कहाँ पे?
It is in despair that I see the fondest hopes.
कहाँ पे? सुनना चाहता है? कहाँ पे? सुनना चाहता है? कहाँ पे? यावी को तो ब्रेकफास्ट में खाते हैं भाई, क्या बात कर? ठीक है भाई। ये नहीं एक्स्ट्रा 7 मारूंगा, ठीक है? अगर 7 मारा तो क्या देगा? 1 घंटे का 7 मार के 1 घंटा का 7 मार देगा।
Oh my God.
शाइनिंग बॉर्डर देखा है शाइनिंग बॉर्डर? नहीं देखा भाई। बस देख। I'm just coming. देखो तेरा आवाज नहीं आ रहा। मैं आ जाता हूँ। I am from your heart.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
For tomorrow's sunrise, for yesterday's starlight. Evolute.
First blood! An enemy has been slain! Double kill! An enemy has been slain!
You are all repeating.
Triple kill!
This is a lone journey. The loop starts.
Oh my god.
Mega kill!
By giving meaning to time, we give meaning to life.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Against the dying of the light.
An enemy has been slain.
What goes around comes around.
An ally has been slain.
The loop starts.
You have slain an enemy.
There is no past nor future, only now. The loop starts.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Shut down.
For every end, there is a
Unstoppable. An ally has been slain.
The loop starts. We are meant for more.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
It's Copper Vengeance.
Mega kill. You have slain an enemy.
The loop starts. I don't pray for miracles. I make them.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been unstoppable.
For all the memories that Eruditio bears. The loop starts. There is no past nor future.
Shut down.
Now.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. An ally has been slain.
नाम मुझे तो नहीं आ रहा है डेक्टर स्काइप क्रिएटर ये बहुत हरामी है वो मीटेगा कि नो
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
For every end, there is
Your
a start.
team destroyed a turret.
We are meant for more.
ये क्या है किसमें जा रहा है भाई वो गलती से हो गया
I don't pray
An
for
enemy
miracles.
has been slain.
I make them. The loop starts.
Mega kill. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An enemy has been slain.
And me.
You destroyed a turret.
The loop starts.
और एक खेल सकते हैं शायद कितना हुआ टाइम है कि नहीं
Victory.
हाँ
1 मिनट 27 सेकंड्स बाकी है नहीं ड्राप होगा अभी ड्राप होगा खेलो खेलो तो ड्राप देखना है ना भाई क्या दिमाग लगेगा ड्राप में वही सेम पिक होगा ड्राप तो पता लगता है कि भाई कैसा खेलना है कैसा नहीं खेलना मैं तेरे से डरपोक वो ग्रेंगर नहीं खेलते ना ये लोग हाँ मेरा तरह ग्रेंगर खेले तो भाई तू हो गया भाई देखो देख सर एक बार बता दो इसको उस इसको डरने वाला व्यक्ति कौन ग्रेंगर किया था भूल जाते हाँ भाई आम लग रहा है ना हाँ तू देख रहा है क्या ये चूसने वाला आम है तो चल कर नहीं गया ऐड करो
जल्दी 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 जल्दी
The falling stars brought us here.
ये आप देख रहे हो कैसे भाई रोल में मेरा 100% लिमिटेड है हीरो के साथ पूरा मैप में इसका अल्टीमेट कवर हो जाता है अरे हाँ नोवारिया कार्ड से कॉम्बो करेगा तो और मजा है आम है ठीक है अंदर किधर है डेक्स्टर तेरा कॉम्बो कर दिया ना लंबा यार इतना भरोसा नहीं है भाई तुम चुपचाप भाई इसके लिए तेरा वो ड्रैगन भाई भरोसा नहीं है मत कर भाई
ड्राकुला
प्रूफ है मेरा प्रूफ है भाई तेरा टाइटल उठाने का उसमें साथ में हम था याद है ना तो तेरे को भरोसा नहीं तो क्या बोलेगा मैं टाइटल मेरा प्रूफ है तेरा उठाने में मदद हम किया था खबर से उड़ियो मत क्या उड़ियो मत था क्या उड़ियो मत हाँ अरे सुनो यूट्यूब को बोलता है हाँ वो तो हूँ मैं उठाओ मैं तो आर्ग्यू भी नहीं करेगा हाँ मैं तो आर्ग्यू भी नहीं करेगा बैटरी गैप है तो है
तू बा जल्दी कर भाई गेम स्टार्ट होने वाला है
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
रिपोर्ट मारूंगा तो सेंटर किया
Brilliant.
अबे ये भोसरी का अभी स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ बेचते थे
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
The 9 billion stars above. I know every one of them.
First blood. Double kill. Triple kill. Rain of stars! Shine for me! An ally has been slain. Shine for me! Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain. Our celestial revelation.
एक अल्टीमेट कॉम्बो करना उसका डैमेज है एक्स्ट्रा भाई
Come to me.
इसको बोलता हूं
Enemy killing spree. Shine for me.
ये देख एक को
An ally has been slain.
ये भाई
Come to me. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shine for me.
नहीं ऐसा मत करो आलू फ्राइड है आलू फ्राइड
Stellar confinement. Shine for me. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
बैकवर्ड फ्लिकर हो गया
The stars lit up a path for me and dimmed my own light.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. Rain of stars. You have been slain.
It's destined. Time to look for new possibilities.
ये हमारा स्कीपर एक नल्ला आदमी है ना उसको
Come to me.
वो तो है
Celestial revelation.
जानू बोला अबे मंडी दे रेडी ना आजा आजा आजा
Get lost in the stardust.
Ally has been. An enemy has been
Boss
slain.
Ricali too.
Double kill.
बोल हटे ऐसा देगा कौन मारा मार क्या कौन मारेगा
Back to the embrace of the night sky.
An ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Rain of stars. Rain of stars. Rain of stars. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
मैं मरूंगा
My
दो
home
बार मरूंगा एक बार
is
मारूंगा
long
ठीक है
gone with those stars.
तो तेरा स्काई फिर क्या करेगा नेटिव ठीक है रहेगा ठीक है रखेगा भाई नेटिव 50% तो रहेगा ना
Shine for me.
नहीं रहेगा वो
Rain of stars. Meet your end.
कोई जा नहीं रहा है ओके विजन दो तो विजन
आज नहीं है मेरे पास
कितना सेकंड है
अभी आ गया
Rain of stars.
आजा
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage.
भाई किसके लेके मेरे को
Shut down. Double kill. Your team
Time to look
destroyed
for
a
new
turret.
possibilities.
मैं आज लगे खा गया मेरे को साला पेट खराब होगा राम को हेल्प आई नो
Come to me. Stellar confinement.
लाइफ इधर आजा
You have slain an enemy.
Come to me. Shining on the outside, yet dark within.
मारो स्कीपर को मारो सामने आया धो देगा
The stars see all, but they never care.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. Enemy double kill. Ally has been slain.
नो प्रॉब्लम
Enemy triple kill. Killing spree.
अल्लाह कर रहा है टेक मर गया ना
Shut down. Enemy maniac.
एनिमी को देख दिया किंग है हो गया कुछ
Back to the embrace of the night sky.
आलू काट
Celestial revelation. Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
तेरा सा नहीं है तो कितने मैंने कितना किया
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
क्या कर रहे हो
Rain of stars. You have slain an enemy.
अंदर के अल्ट कर रहा बताओ ये टैंक
Come to me.
दे दो अल्ट कौन कहाँ था
Shine for me. An ally has been slain. Rain of stars.
Everyone gets to make their own path.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
मैं जा रहा हूँ ठीक है तुम आ जाना किसी को इसका रिपोर्ट कर दो मैच शुरू हो गया भाई
An enemy has been slain. Stellar confinement. Come to me. An enemy has been slain. Shine for me. You have been slain.
Oh, sorry.
Report skipper.
It's destined.
Kung nang again na.
An enemy has been slain.
Engar.
Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Time to look for new possibilities.
किसी को पकड़ना
Killing spree. Enemy rampage.
I can't draw.
Shut down.
Kadam.
An ally has been
खत्म कर फटाफट
An enemy.
बेस मार थपड़ी हाथ कर
I mean, TLID, I think they were able to execute some things there.
Real fast on him. He wants to catch up as much as possible here, but great reaction time coming here from Kirk, right? At least he was able to
finally
not give a free kill over, because so far,
Yeah,
hold on.
Revitalized from Witty. King cost damage a bit too much to handle. Electrified piece onto Yehezkiel. You know, reaction. King got very low, still able to escape.
Oh
And
no.
man, up top,
On
it's
his
a
feet.
blazing duet from Aaron. Still no damage though. Kelra walking up. Diversion.
Oh, outplayed! Talk about an IMU of a
Using the same
lifetime to find the
ulti.
solo onto Yehezkiel. Nowhere safe.
IMU is what they said. And Yehezkiel gone.
Oh, no,
now a lot
probably.
of the pressure there on the top side, and you would think, you know, with the lineup Team Liquid ID has, they're the ones playing around, keeping the head on the swivel from Fnatic Onyx PH with the macro utility that this lineup brings. But it seems like FNOP's able to do that instead.
Yeah, and they're doing a phenomenal job so far. 3K lead, and Iran unfortunately does not outpush Kirk at this point in time until he gets maybe a Molten, but until then, we'll basically be seeing Fnatic Onyx PH be very happy around the turtle, which is interesting because you're expecting TLID to come in with more creative angles, right? Now that their ults are available, they should be looking for flanks, looking for opportunities to sneak their way into the battle lines.
Again, part of this is the utilization of the Valentina for Super Friends. Shortcut going to be dropped down. And that's King Kong, so he's like, you know what? Shortcut came through. They're on that side of the map. We'll go and make our way to the turtle and start this up to lock it down. Second one. Not sure if there's going to be any contest, so it looks like TLID just goes in positions.
And Fnatic on PH, they read perfectly into it, right? They see that TLID escape, they see the diversion where it was initially going to go. They know for a fact that they've got no resources, so therefore, we don't need everybody around the turtle.
It's just really tough right now for Liquid ID to do anything. Primal right down below.
No way.
Oh no, good.
Now chasing down, but King Kong comes to his safety and gets the kill.
Can we just say, you know, Kirk on this Edith, a signature pick of his. Loves to do the. Oh, hold on, jungle.
King Kong electrifying beats. Yasuo, you know, reaction. Fabian going to be very low again. King Kong versus 2. Fabian escaping the Queller. Yasuo walking up again up top. There's a battle. It's going to be King. Oh, Kelra jumping. The double for Kelra under the tier 2.
Nicely done, nicely done. Brusco applying so much pressure across the map, opening up that information, allowing these kills to be falling through for both Kelra as well as, I mean, King Kong, the fact that King Kong was already 2v1ing it, he's really pressing his lead.
He's has a massive lead right now, but just again as a team, it's mind-boggling to think that Fnatic on PH is finding all these fronts across the map from bottom to the jungle and then the top. Then it's Team Liquid ID really trying to catch their breath and try to find these moments where they can actually keep things from getting too out of hand. And now the focus here, tier 1 bottom lane, they all rotate down.
Sandstorm from Brusco just onto Aran. Kelra was trying to siege this turret down in the bottom lane, and Liquid are kind of in a tough spot now. They have a composition that needs to somewhat snowball. Secure neutral objectives at least at the start, and they have failed to do that.
And the best part is the item builds that we're seeing. Everybody is making sure that they've got some top, and now here comes the shortcut as Aaron Shiki is chugging down Brusco, but it's not over yet as the front line is in trouble.
Quick sand guard. Oh, King Kong! Going and diving into the back of Hezkiel, trying to survive King Kong.
What was the team fight,
and Brusco will try to sandwich him down. The BMI into Kelra's debut.
You can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him. King Kong unleashes in the back line, and now that's another objective. Turtle secured here for FNOP. And just Team Liquid ID really trying to decide, you know, we brought some uniqueness to this game. We brought some spicy picks to the draft and maybe a whole lot of utility, but we haven't been able to use it.
Have you guys ever watched a video of the hydraulic press? Because that's what Fnatic on PH are doing right now in Team Liquid. They've got all the utility to be able to come up with creative angles, but these fights have been so convincing from Fnatic's side. And I gotta give it to Kirk, he's doing a great job, but at the same time, their pinches are like none other. Their collapses are so clean.
Again, it's that thing I was saying earlier about Kirk, man. You know, he's underrated in the sense that when the Edith is also picked up, it's not something you so much think about. He also loves to play with the Warcry emblem, so he's a little more aggressive. But like you said, Gideon, it's the fact of the layering, whether they're initiating with Brusco's Raging Sandstorm or playing into Kirk's initiations with a Flicker, Onward, and Earthshatter. But look at this, focus now on this side of the map. They want to take down that tier 2 if they can. TLID knows this. They'll rotate and try to keep things under control. But again, keep an eye on Brusco. Doesn't have the flicker though. King Kong.
Oh, he's gonna go. Oh my God! There's apathy from Kelra, almost taking Yezdiel down. Earthshatter, Raging Sandstorm as well. Revitalize to keep him at bay. Aran still there, super friends. Wow! He stole the Fredrin and he collected all of them.
Oh my goodness! Melted every single one. An energy eruption of a lifetime coming in from Super Fritz.
The IQ on Super Fritz and the decisions, and that's why we said this Valentina pick would play an integral part in winning this game, because you have so many options, but then the creativity.
Oh! Kelra! And now King Kong on Yezdiel.
What a statement piece coming in from Kelra. A masterclass, doesn't miss one of those shots, making sure that TLID are always on their toes. It's 9 minutes into the game with one of the biggest leads we've seen so far. 11.6K, 17-1.
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do against this?
You start praying and hoping and counting that you have another 5 minutes in you.
I think the party's over here for Witty in this one, because right now there's no way you show up for these to contest. Even the diversion so late, they send in Aaron Shiki, BMI's back to the base. But it was too late at that point, and now with a massive deficit to work against, and the shield's already popped in the mid lane and turret down to the top, they are down to almost the bare bones. Look at the difference in itemization.
Dear Lord.
Dear
Lord.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, Heskill, it just has to eat it. Like, what else can you say about it, right? You don't have the items to even get into your second item spike. Unfortunately, the Enchanted Talisman, yes, you can throw out abilities, but half the time, eating those shots is all you can hope for.
When you're super ahead, you go for Heptaseas, and that's what Kelra is doing right now. Another random shot, Raging Sandstorm backwards, but it's all just to get space for Kelra, to get the base turrets.
They got the base turret mid already down, but still Lord is up.
Oh my lord.
They used the conceal earlier on, so TLID back to go.
Kelra! Riders up with me! The gun in the gold lane! And now it's Brusco diving in! King Kong cleaning up!
He made the standard strong. He's ending this game. Keep your prayers up. Start praying to it.
They had to play more as a team and not their own individual.
I have to check the draft.
Will this spur some keys to victory? And they were on blue side. They had the first pick opportunity. They obviously don't want a Granger up front. They're willing to maybe give it over to FNOP. Does FNOP take it? No, they go for the Joy this time. TLID, you're in the same position. You don't make the Harris mistake, I think. Here, I think you take Granger, Granger whatever, Granger Hylos, Granger Cho, Granger Suyo. I think, once again, personally, I think you go for Fred on pick 3.
But it's a switcheroo now. It's FNOP first.
But they don't go
then,
with it.
yeah, TLID should take that.
TLID, you take the Granger?
I'm taking the Gatai. You got to stop Brusco from his comfort pick, right? Beat him to it, especially, I mean, they're giving respect over to some comfort picks of their own. They're taking out that Hilda from Aran, but they're going to go in for that Suyo instead, pair it up with this Lu Yi, so element of surprise in their favor. I mean, we did say the Blue Yo, the Suyo, it wasn't too bad against the Joy. It was not a hard stoppage, though, which means maybe going for something like that Beleric could be the case here.
I mean, the Lu Yi, I get it. You're taking it away. It was definitely a possibility as a number 2 or 3 pick for FNOP on the swing back. But again, you're now risking losing a gold laner here. If FNOP decides to lock in this Granger immediately, I think that's the choice for them on number 3 here.
Here's the thing, the Granger is good, but Kelra can make a Moskov work, a Beatrix
couldn't make the Harris work last time.
That's just a whole nother story. So I'm
very fair. I mean, definitely agree. Klein diving.
Has been grabbed up, able to teleport across the map and catch each other off guard. Oh! And the chip for the shortcut.
Now it's a party.
Victory!
दोनों आ रहा है क्या? कहाँ
King Kong होगा King Kong. Still different.
अगर सब आएगा तो खेलेगा वरना बोरिंग है तो आदमी खेलना मेरे नाम तक नहीं गया तुम्हें एक्सेप्ट करना होगा क्या कुछ नहीं तो आदमी आने तब खेलना चाहिए कि छोड़ो जा रहा था बट
A bit similar.
टीम देख बेटा टीम देख
Yes, the lobby same. They have long hairs, bro. I'm level 60, by the way.
नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम से निकल गया डीसी से
Super family has all long hairs.
It was just a monster overall.
Yeah, just man, that was a dominating performance, right?
That's
That's not just
good, yeah.
game. That they're sitting at match point now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
match
that was
point,
59.
one
Oh my
win
God.
away from being a world champions. And again, we got to look back into the game. We got to look at the draft here. We're going to look at the itemization for the both, and then we're going to see, did they really overthink this? Because again, looking into the draft, one of the question marks is that the Granger was not present. But I got to ask, was the Claude an okay idea here? Because it's okay. We've seen the Louis Claude interaction where you're able to basically hold every single lane, but it's too much.
The world's longest BMI is what you're referring to. Trex and I were actually bouncing back on this idea that they did pick the Granger and they picked the Claude instead because it runs away better from the Joy, protects itself a little better from the TLID, but was that all it was?
Yeah, I mean, where's the damage coming in, right? You went for this tanky Fredrin EXP, you go for the Claude, who's super shred in late game, and FNOP's draft isn't even that tanky. It's fast moving. It's aggressive overall. And I think at that point, I mean, FNOP knows. They know, okay, we're just going to push the gas here. We're not going to give you a moment to get any items in. Aaron Shiki didn't even finish Trinity build by the end of that game.
Only one death, by the way.
Even me, I missed.
Onyx only had one death. Only one casualty.
On Brusco.
21-1.
In the early game.
In the early game. Like, that's
and
insane. But I kind of
65
feel like that's the biggest problem for TLID. Like, we're going to look at the damage numbers after this, but
75 already.
I don't know. Looking at the draft, I'm not seeing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, not a lot of damage, and it's interesting. When I see a Lu Yi pick up, when I see a Chip pick up, there's two ways you can play this, right? You can be proactive, you can go in and try and get these initial setups, you can be the first one to get there, or you can be reactive and wait for the other team. And right now, Fnatic Onyx, their foot's the one on the gas. You're seeing the diversion plays from Super Friends come out way faster than Yehezkiel.
So TLID were lost in their own portal, you could say so. They were going through the same portal and looping back like Ouroboros over and over and over again. And I think the word we're looking for is the damage profile. There is shred on Claude. Yes, if you make it to like the 16, 17 minute mark, there is burst on the Lu Yi if you're able to get those duality stacks on. But that aside, Fabian needs some good setup to be able to finish dudes off with the Sever. So there's nothing that they're doing to FNOP. It makes sense why they only got one kill.
From your points, I'm hearing one thing.
Only one by one, bro.
ABC needs to happen, and then the damage comes in. That's where the D comes from. But is that really what you want? Do you want a draft where you have to set everything up just to have that one big moment?
Not against a team like Fnatic Onyx. They are a team known to play lightning rounds. Hell, they set another record here.
Yeah.
Lightning struck 3 times, bro.
It was just a little spaced out, but still FNOP back in gear. You know, Team Liquid ID, they tried to hit the gas. They tried to hit those shortcuts. They tried to find moments where they could catch FNOP off guard, but every time it just kind of fell short.
Looking at the damage numbers makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of damage over there. Kelra spearheading the way on this Beatrix, a signature pickup for him as well. And I mean, this is what happens when you have somebody, Witty on the other side running this chip, not really able to get the setups they were looking for. You know, you're putting a lot of the crowd control into the hands of Yehezkiel, and he can't really initiate, especially when there's nobody there to frontline the damage.
Party never started. Kelra was too busy keeping them in his scopes.
I mean, look at this. Aaron Shiki didn't deal 20,000. Yehezkiel 22. Fabian 23. These are not the damage like, here's the thing. You even said it, Leo. Onyx Lamb is not even that tanky. You don't need to do that much damage, and it's still not enough.
Yeah, not enough indeed, and 21-1, another hard pill to swallow, and a good leap forward for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. TLID, they've got to win 3 in a row to turn this back around.
And now we have our MVP, the monster mid laner, Super Friends, on that Valentina, even making that crazy play. I am you, using the Fredrin's ult, the energy eruption. Catching 3.
Even before that, early game, picks up the diversion, gets to the mid tower behind Yehezkiel, and gets the solo kill on him. I mean, overall, you said it, Leo, we're like, okay, yeah, he gets the lead, but now he has the diversion as well. We literally see it in full force within the first few minutes of the game.
Man's a straight up taskmaster. He sees what his opponents can do and says, I can do it better, and does it. I'll be honest with y'all, that Fredrin taunt play was good, but I think it was just extra layers of flair. Because I'll tell you now, with the draft that Team Liquid came in with, as overly creative as it was, they also kind of put themselves in weird positions for Friends to do that.
Yeah, and that's when you see a proactive mage, right? When you're running on this Valentina, you take the diversion from the Lu Yi and you punish. You look for the opportunity, you teleport across the map, and you find the setups. Not only that, but the damage as well. Super Friends was everywhere on this map, rotating around with Fnatic Onyx, just all over every objective.
What is that KDA? 2-0 and 14, 16 out of 21. I reckon that's what, 76, 77% KP? Across the map, he was just, there were just a handful of kills he was not part of.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those final plays here that is just monsters. And it's such a quick switch, too, to catch everybody there. Super Friends is definitely, I mean, everybody is online right now. And so far, just about everyone on the team could have earned an MVP throughout these last few games.
Yeah, definitely another one in the books for Fnatic Onyx, but it's not, it's hard to say. I would say it's not too far out of the ballpark, but it's hard to come back after a 3 or 4-1 deficit, 3-1 deficit. So 3 games in a row for TLID. If they're able to pull this off, this game, it wasn't a micro engagement, it was the draft. First, you gotta fix that. And then once they fix that problem, you run into the problem you ran into in the first few games, where the micro from Fnatic Onyx was overwhelming them.
So now, honestly, when looking at the previous 2 games, this feels more of a match between the coaches instead of the players, because the draft is impacting this a little bit more. But now we got a clip here that we want to analyze a little bit more in this game, where Super Prince on this Valentina. The Valentina reminds us that this is a hero that can say, I'm better than you, because having the access to that 2 extra dashes as well as flicker, essentially giving you 3 extra dashes, is huge. Super Prince starts off by taking the energy eruption and then looking at the opportunity, just waiting in the flanks, and then he flickers forward, gets 3. This is the ability of a Valentina, where you have the flexibility, you have options, you can be a little bit more aggressive, you can be defensive, but here's the thing, you even have utility.
Yeah, the Monster Mage actually used a flicker plus the Shadow Strikes to be able to get that 3rd skill. Ladies and gentlemen, do note, the taunt is what you steal when you jump in, and as soon as I saw him take that Fredrin ult, I'm like, oh no, what's he gonna do with this? How is he gonna make this work? And apparently, they were in comms, they were talking about it. I have the ult, make him stay, we'll kill them all.
Which is insane too, because Valentina's been a hero that has kind of not been picked up as much, because she's so up close and personal. It can be a risk factor. But the way that Super Prince is playing that right now, it just fits so well in with the way that FNOP like to play, that aggressive, in-your-face style, not giving you a second to breathe.
I mean, Louis is not that big of a range.
Fair.
That's how you deal with Valentina, range. And Louis showed up first, like, there's no Farsa, there's no Eve, like, what does the Valentina have to worry about? So it does feel like this is more about the draft, so this is more of the battle of the coaches.
Yeah, the coach is definitely going back to the drawing book, and another win in the board for Fnatic. And now the biggest challenge yet for TLID. We're in the Oxiana Arena. We're at the grand finals. They have a chance to be a world champion and to have it Philippines. Talk about pressure.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I feel like at TLID, they got to slow it down when it comes to what they want to prioritize coming into the draft. And with that, we're going to give them a little bit more time. In fact, Eterna is standing on court side where she can report to us what's going on down there. So, Eterna, what's going on?
Hey everyone, it's Eterna, and right now courtside, and it looks like a celebrity is in the audience.
Wow.
It's none other than Faidil Jaidi. Welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh wow, so many fans.
Hey.
You guys know him? Of course.
Alhamdulillah, dia kenal.
Alhamdulillah. But it looks like we are at championship point right now, so we are 1 game away of crowning our new world champs. If it goes that way. Are you here to support Indonesia, TLID?
Yes, of course. I came here to M6, want to support Indonesia, Indo Pride.
Indo Pride. Do we regret that, guys? Indo Pride?
Indo Pride, Indo Pride!
See, I don't know if there's a lot of Indonesians in the building or it's just a Serumpun thing. Is it Serumpun or is it Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Wow. All right. So did you fly with them?
Batam, from Batam.
Batam.
From Batam.
From Batam.
From Batam.
All right. So I've been reading a lot of articles about you.
Sorry?
I've been reading a lot of articles about you.
Okay.
And it seems like you've been involved in the mlbb scene for quite some time, even as a pro player.
It was a long time ago, you can say. You can say it was long a time ago.
Top Global Lunox, Top Global Aurora. What else?
Yes. I was Global Aurora, Global Lunox, Carry, and Gushian, but that was a very long time ago.
Is that why you cosplayed Akai? Were you top global Akai too?
Sorry?
Did you cosplay Akai because you were top global Akai as well?
No. My father was cosplay with Gatot Kaca.
Gatot Kaca.
Gatot Kaca.
Where is he? Pamu?
At home.
At home? You didn't bring him?
Yes.
Did he let you come?
Yes.
Oh, he let you come. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pamu, thank you so much for letting Faidil come. It's been a blast. It's been
I love you, Pa.
Love you too. Okay, next question. So, what do you think? I mean, you've had experience as a pro player. You know the game well.
Yep.
What do you think TLID can do to come back from this?
About that, I cannot say for sure, but I was hoping and I believe that TLID was performing the best, the players, the coach. So we are Indonesia hoping TLID can bring us some comeback moment. Comeback moment.
Comeback moment. How? What do you think?
Maybe, I don't know. We're just hoping because they coming here, it's already make us proud. And then we're still, everything, no matter what happened, we're still proud of TLID.
I like that. I like that. I think everyone agrees. Wait, is that another celebrity that we see?
Yes, very famous. Very famous.
Very famous? Is she your friend?
Very famous in Indonesia, number one.
Number one?
Number one.
What's her name? What's her name?
Sorry, may I know your name?
Echa.
Oh, Echa. Her name is Echa.
Echa, I heard
Echa,
you have...
where you come from?
From Bekasi.
From Bekasi. Are you here to support Indonesia?
Of course, I'm here to support TLID.
Man, the fans are really in the building. It's great to see all the support here. And last question for you, before we head into maybe a message to your fans, is what is your score prediction for our grand finals?
4-3.
4-3?
For TLID.
Close best of 7 going all the way?
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. It looks like everyone agrees as well. Echa agrees? 4-3? 4-3. Okay. Maybe Fadil Jadi, you have a message to your fans out there or maybe the MLB community?
Can I say in bahasa?
Of course.
Buat semuanya yang lagi nonton, pokoknya apapun yang terjadi kita doain buat Indonesia, buat TLID. Selalu support, apapun yang terjadi kita tetap bangga.
#IndoPride. All right, thank you so much, Fadil. Thank you so much, Echa. Thank you so much to all the fans in the building because we are going to throw it back to the panel. Boys, take it away for championship points.
Thank you very much, Eterna. And if we're going to make that 4-3 happen, now TLID, they can't drop a single game. They have to be clean, they have to be perfect, and that's going to be very difficult considering they're going up against Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Yeah, there's no more mistakes from here, right? Their backs are against the wall. I like to always say pressure makes diamonds or burst pipes, and hopefully today they can find a way to turn this back around because I like to see things go the distance. I'm all the way out from North America. I've seen even our grand finals in NACT went the distance, and I'm trying to manifest that into reality here in the Oxyauto Arena.
So you're saying Liquid will bounce back here now. It's the only choice. It's the only thing that they can do is tighten up that draft, don't overthink it, get good damage profiles, win lane to lane, and play the best MLBB they played their whole career, or whole life.
Or Fnatic Onyx just drafts like they did in the game they lost.
Which what we already said, we can't count on that, right? TLID's got to go full Ultra Instinct mode right now.
Which it looks like they have. Game 4 they did.
I don't know, TLID's, it's rough. That last game, draft was off. I think there was a couple plays that were off. I think at this point they got to play perfectly, like LaFell said, and that is tough against Fnatic Onyx Philippines, who seem like they are playing perfectly non-stop.
Yeah, and now yesterday what happened was after both best of 5s, we had an MCGG All-Star match. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of snippet about what happened yesterday, just in case if you guys missed that matchup. A lot of chaos entered, so let's see who won that one.
Good morning and good afternoon. Our voices have finally been heard. We're paving the way for a more competitive and bright future for one of our favorite games in the world. Welcome to Magic Chess Go Go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Magic Chess Go Go All-Stars 2024. Powerful tank. On the other side, we've got Team Gaming versus Just No Limit.
but not quite enough to finish things off, and that means that he as well will be eliminated. The captain of Team Magic taken out at 7th place.
2 members of Team Magic are already down.
Ay, Magic Chess tu.
They are
Oh,
securing
game ka
that
Magic
top
Chess ni
4
hai. Alak
position
hai.
for now, but things change here, right?
Kilo alak-alak hai. Isme masa hai.
Still standing, and it is none other than our finale here for Chiku, guys. Our winner of the Magic Chess Go-Go
Magic Chess Go-Go hai.
The new era of Magic Chess Battle is about to begin. Maybe one day you'll join us in a stage like this as a pro player in MCGG. Thank you for watching and staying with us. My name is Reptar. Good night, everyone. See you next time.
Looks like Chico, guys, and Dean Gaming was the last 2 players, so shout out to both of them. And if you guys are interested, just to let you guys know, we announced it earlier, but Magic Chess Go looks like they will have a world championship as well. So make sure you guys download it as soon as it's available for your region and test it out. But now we got to focus on this upcoming match because again, Fnatic on Philippines are at match point. And TLID, unfortunately in the previous game, they drafted a little bit too cautiously, but in terms of how they play, maybe a little bit too aggressively. But the problem is, you want to play aggressive, but you don't have enough damage. So it looks like the identity of the draft is not really replicated in the identity of the gameplay.
Yeah, I feel like you got to find that perfect medium, right? You got to win in the draft. You also
Magic Chess Go-Go. ना अभी तो गेम स्टार्ट होने वाला है क्या?
कितना टाइम बाकी है? सरेंडर कर देगा? कस्टम लगा रहे हो?
Magic Chess Go-Go नहीं है.
Oh yeah, so right now TLID, they're definitely
reverse sweep at this point.
I mean, if they can get perfect draft after perfect draft after perfect draft, then yes. I do think it's possible. I don't think it's solely... If it was solely mechanics, if it was solely fights, they would have lost that game that they won, right? They would have lost even though FNOP kind of messed up in draft. FNOP would have been able to win that. And I remember telling myself, if FNOP wins this game right here, they're just built different. TLID doesn't stand a chance. But we have seen TLID at least win something. So we know the possibilities are there. We know there are some answers. But those answers don't come cheap. They cannot make a single mistake in the draft at all.
Yeah, got to find that needle in the haystack. Should be the game plan for TLID moving forward. Taking things one game at a time. So, yeah, it's going to be a bargain. It's going to be a gamble, but it's not impossible. Speaking of impossible, speaking of gambles, on the next chapter of greatness, a quote coming out from Coach Why Not from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Watching them overcome past hardships and come together from different teams made winning MPL Philippines incredibly heartfelt. Winning M6 would mean even more, not just for us as a team, but for Onyx Philippines as an organization, as it's a title that has long eluded them.
Let me tell y'all real quick before we continue with the code, this is 5 years in the making. They were here in M1, did not even qualify for knockouts. They were here for M3 in Singapore, got swept in the grand finals. And now in M6, they're one game away from taking home that trophy.
And looking ahead, these players are still young, full of energy, and have bright futures. M6 might just be the beginning, and that might be even scarier. They're ready for Chapter 2.
All right. Chapter 2, more like a full-on sequel, more like a full-on book, because again, I think it's Onyx time to finish the story. This is a long-term narrative that Coach Why Not is putting a book into. Some old players are actually watching in the crowd right now, if you know what I'm talking about. We're here competing, and now it's the same organization, just a set of different players fulfilling that dream.
And now we're looking at the head-to-head here between the coaches, Coach Why Not as well as St. DeLucas. When it comes to the win rate, pretty big difference here. 70% for Coach Why Not, 60% for St. DeLucas. And looking at the first pick and second pick, honestly, pretty even there. Not really that much of a difference. If we're looking at the bands here, Onyx this is not something that you see often, but they're one of the teams that often bans out the alpha.
Yeah, I mean, Onyx is willing. We saw it very early on, that especially when they're on first pick side, which we can see their win rate's a little bit higher on first pick side. They're very willing to ban out the alpha. They're very willing to ban out 2 junglers or 2 of this or 2 of that, because they know what they want to approach and they know what the answers are to those picks that they want to go first.
Which is interesting because it's like we're fighting this battle on 2 different fronts. One is the micro in the game, and then also it's in the draft with the coaches, the players and the coaches, head-to-heads up there as we jumping into our next game here momentarily. Team Liquid ID, right? They're here. They just lost 21-1, a very hard loss on top of that. And we've been seeing records broken today from Fnatic, right? They had, what, the fastest game so far by a matter of seconds.
And possibly the cleanest run in an M6 winning tournament. What is that? If they win here, that would have been a clean run, not a single series loss.
And here's the thing. All the games, they didn't go past 50 minutes. Like, this best of 7 is actually going pretty fast. I mean, like, at this point, it's only like, what, 7 something? We started roughly 5, so it's only been 2 hours.
So the question is, are our developers happy that this is where these athletes are taking this game? The fact that our mobile MOBA is playing very fast, or are these teams just pushing the limit of what's possible and ending in the most efficient way?
I mean, if they end fast, you can go to the next game faster so more games can be played. But hold on to that thought. We got an M chat here from Brusco. For you, how does it feel being in the grand finals of your first international tournament? He said, I'm happy. But after reviewing the game and talking to our coach, still not satisfied with my performance. I think I can still give more.
You know what?
What more?
The mlbb universe doesn't understand the genius of Brusco. I think there's so much going on in this young man's mind. When I talked to him the other night, there's so much that he wanted to share, but only so much we can do in 10 minutes. I think if you let that M chat go a little longer, he would have told you.
I think we've seen so many different dimensions to Brusco. We've seen the surprise attack bruiser that wants to get in the back line, that doesn't just sit around and let you hit him. And then even in some of these previous games with the Gatot, he can be more of that, I'm just here to absorb damage, I'm just here to distract you. He has several different play styles that we've seen from him throughout the entirety of M6.
He's definitely a roamer you can rely on and has been doing great so far in this series. Now, looking at this, technically with TLID at the deficit, if Fnatic Onyx closes this out, they win from the upper bracket, which the last time we saw that upper bracket win was what, M1?
No, every single one has been a lower bracket.
Oh no, upper bracket, right?
Yeah. Every single win so far has been lower bracket teams winning.
Yeah.
Only M1 upper bracket.
But as Leo stated, Philippines are known to break curses. They're known to show up when needed.
We might see the first 4-1 in the history of the M series.
Yeah, just over and over, man.
And it's all full circle here in the Oxiata Arena, moments away from potentially the final game in M6. It's been a journey here, and it's up to TLID to rewrite that story if they want to remain in this series.
A lot on the shoulders of the young Weedy the Wise. Whatever wisdom is left in him, and whatever Coach Facehugger and Coach St. DeLucas can share, it's got to come out now.
To the draft we go, the potential final game of the day.
Oh yeah. Definitely potential the final game of the day, and right now Fnatic Onyx Philippines are on the second pick, which, looking at the numbers here, 54% win rate for the second pick here. And now looking at a fun fact here, the 4th game of this best of 7 grand finals was the 100th game of the M6 World Championship.
100 games. Let that sink in. Because of our Swiss format and the wild card, we played 100 games of mlbb so far. World class.
Talk about records. I feel like every day I've been here, I've only started in the knockout phase, and I've been seeing records left and right, and that just shows you that it's full of surprises, and maybe we have more in store as we push through this series.
Hold up. The draft has already elapsed. Zushin first pick by the Cavalry, and look at this. Fnatic Onyx banned 3 junglers and pick up the Alpha. What's left? for the usurper.
Exactly, and that's what they do, man. Normally they do it on first pick side. Normally it's, all right, we're going to take out 2 junglers and take what's left. And now it's like, all right, we got another switch up for you. You thought you were going to outdraft us. We got the answer.
The Hayabusa could come out here, though, get to the back line, find this Eve, but they are going to go in for that Hilda, the Aran special from Season 14 MPL ID.
All right, it feels a little good for the Cavalry. Those are signature pickups. Yezgiel on the Zushin, Fabian on the Alpha, Fabian on the Hayabusa, not so much in game 1 of this series, but we're off to a good start. Fnatic on closing off the first phase with an Edith, a signature across the board here. Now they're gonna start, I would assume, locking down gold laners, because after the bans, guess who gets first pick after?
Mr. Kelra.
The gold standard.
If they even want to.
The god in the gold lane.
They have options still, right? There's possibilities. Now, the alpha pick, King Kong has done, I mean, probably his best performance out of any other jungler on the alpha. He's won several games on it, some of them being against TLID.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Granger pickup will come out of this. This is something worth TLID banning out, but then we know right behind it's going to be that Moskov. Maybe taking both off the table and making more of a challenge in the gold lane could be the plan.
Good keyword, challenge. Because of that Harith ban, a specialty pick for Aaron Shiki. Will TLID entertain this jab from Coach Ryan out of Coach Hayes? Like, so are we taking out gold laners? And it looks like, nah, because there's nothing going to be left for Aaron. TLID taking out Brusco picks. There goes the TIG.
All right, so where do we go from here, right? I think TLID knows that they get first pick on the gold, so they don't want to ban into gold, right? They want to leave something open for themselves here. FNOP, on the other hand, they take out the Harith. We still have Granger possibilities. We still have plenty of options for Kelra.
Let me throw this out there. Even after Liquid ID's last ban, if it's left open, they could pick up a solid Matilda.
And that would definitely be a wise decision. Have the mobility and the sustainability in your favor. There goes that Jawhead ban. We've been talking about this Jawhead for a little bit today. Still have yet to see it. It's been such a threat on the isolation plays. Also, this is going to be potentially the first game we may not see Brusco the Bruiser run on the Katat.
Yep, there's a ban. Good read, Steph.
Yeah, definitely not going to allow those comfort picks to slide in. Like you said, little margin for error for the side of TLID. They have to win this draft. They have to get the most optimal composition to not only win in here, but also in the micro engagements in the game.
Right, you got the range. The Eve is already doing well against the Jushin. Adding on to that, the TLID, looking at FNOP, the mid trio here, they're not going to let this Hayabusa farm. I don't see how TLID can move around the map.
I mean, TLID has some, TLID has, overall, they get exactly what I think they want, right? He's one problem. The Alpha does the true damage. Hilda can have a little trouble with that. Last time we saw this Hilda against King Kong's Alpha, they went for this early invasion, which completely backfired on them. So TLID just need to round things out here. Maybe not go for something super tanky like a Hylos, but something maybe more on the fast-moving side.
So they are going to pick up a Granger onto Aaron Shiki. That makes sense. Do we see the Hylos here for Widdy? Nope. It's the good old trusty Carmilla that won them the only game so far they have in this series. What does Kelra pick up? Is it going to be the Beatrix? Is it going to be his signature pick?
I'm not sure if TLID have enough damage. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think they have enough damage.
Damage profile is, I think, what it is, and the burst coming through. Kelra's going to have to close the gap.
Yeah, closing the gap indeed, and the draft has been locked in from both sides. TLID, we talked about it. We said they have little margin for error. Is this the draft that can make the difference for their micro engagements?
Well, if Onig wins this one, this is the final time the panel will be on screen. So thank you, everyone, but now we're throwing it to the casters.
Thank you so much, panel, for breaking it down once again. It's me, Naisu, Gideon, and Mirko to bring you a championship point game right now. Can TLID extend the series? Again, it's a best of 5. They have the chance, a best of 7. They have a chance here. What do you guys think of the drafts for this one?
I think this one's going to be a lot more interesting, right? FNOP have taken a completely separate angle of targeting and now the early game as well. The TLID need to snowball off this comp.
There's so much control for FNOP. This looks like a pure neutral, objective, snowball kind of composition. They're going to get first one all the way to the third.
Well, let's see if it can happen here again. FNOP facing championship point, 1 win away from being crowned the M6 World Champions. And TLID with this lineup They had the Carmilla before, they can make it work again, and that's a good little preview of what's at stake here. As early a game already, poking happening in the mid lane. This Wishing Lantern, Super Prince.
Okay.
Nice
Make a rock
one.
from Super Prince. Respect instantly as Aran shows himself in that bush. Revitalized from Witty.
Yeah, but just as expected here, right? Because Kirk is going for Warcry, doesn't have the concussive blast. He won't be able to push it out as quick as Aran, only for the earlier stages of the game. Later on might be a bit more tough, but let's see how Yehezkiel's going to deal with it as the first Lethal Wanderer goes over the Fnatic on a PH.
Oh, and all in early over Aran. Flicker out as well. So
Oh,
two
no,
battle
Kevin,
spells
keep
now
taking red
used up from
blue.
TLID. King Kong getting that lethal earlier. Looking to go for more, but respects TLID's control with the Juicin.
The biggest thing about this, if TLID wants to go ahead and have these winning fights, is really playing against the massive amount of crowd control and also just space advantage that FNOP can set up with this type of composition, even with the Eve here. I mean, again, looking at it, you know, Kirk, we just saw the performance with the Edith, still running that Warcry emblem, but even so, the amount of mobility that is here for Kelra this time around, running even that sprint, he's going to be able to maneuver easily around these team fights, and TLID has to be able to shut that down.
Yeah, I mean, he can play on... Aaron Shikin, unfortunately, can only play on linear lines, right? He kind of wants to line up with Keller, which is why he got extra movement speed in his emblems, just to kind of keep up with it. But as soon as that sprint pops, there's no keeping up with it at all, especially if he takes hit from a Queen's Call. Nevertheless, we are seeing an instant invade on the opposite side of the map.
RWM forcing Fabian to use the Quad Shadow. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is the control we were talking about, but they have utilized a couple of resources, and that's why King Kong was sent down below. Brusco gonna be all in here. Aran has a Power Wilderness, but Brusco just flickers out, and now King Kong's ahead.
Again, another battle spell used here on both sides, really, all for this first turtle, really taking the time. Aran will hold it up at the front. Fabian joining the fight, doesn't have a purple buff. It's going to be up in 10 seconds, so they might just go ahead and start this up. Take control of it as they do.
I hope they win.
Brusco gives the information, doesn't have a level 4, so
it's
not
gonna
going to be
be,
able to do much.
Turtle
As
will
King
be-
Kong, though, did build up. Again, just trying to get some of that gold lead and that even level lead.
I mean, as much as Team Liquid ID don't mind taking the
Oh,
turtle,
no, Brusco's
honestly, I
running
feel
right
like
now.
it's a bigger win for Fnatic Onyx PH. You are
That is
getting
good,
your
they have-
jungler ahead, and more importantly, you're not even giving the opportunity for TLID to start a
Yes,
snowball.
Gilda.
I mean, let's just go match by match, right? Super Prince, he's hurting Yehezkiel, especially when both the supports have to leave the lane.
Yeah, I think it's just a very interesting but great approach here for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. They could have gone all wait up top. Aran force a
we're
flicker.
not
King
flicker
Kong
out.
not going to overcommit there. The Primal Wrath already used by Kirk, and they're just going to go and hammer down on this turret gold. Half of the
nice
HP
one.
on the turret gold down. Yehezkiel, Crimson Beacon, now Lantern Flare. Yeah, no threat over to King Kong and Kirk.
There's no damage here, not yet, but Witty, he's gonna get chunked down as RWM is also being deployed.
And that's the thing, we're seeing a lot of these fights where it's like, you know, they're dropping down ultimates, they're using their battle spell, they get a flicker out again here, and this is all the thing, right? If you can go ahead and catch a kill for either team, then that's great. But like Gideon, you just mentioned, you know, if FNOP kind of delays this, they don't actually have to go and snowball. Hold on.
Might be in trouble, Brusco.
Shadow kill over, okay. Now, that's the revitalized, but Kelra picks up the kill. Fabian kill, Kelra, one piece from both of them.
It's too slow, too late to react to it. Even with the Curse of Blood, just no damage to really follow up, and also the major target's already down. So Witty dying like that, and at least Fabian able to find one back. At this point, I think that Fnatic Onyx PH are in a pretty comfortable spot overall. Brusco doesn't mind dying a couple more times, but this next neutral objective might be really tough for TLID to actually get on top of. So it's all about, hey, how many battle spells do you have? If we get hit by the Curse of Blood, can we die for Aaron Shiki? Maybe even Aran if we're lucky.
You can see this too, you know, Kelra already having the Haas claws. Oh, hold on.
Kirk might be in trouble.
Out, Quad Shadow coming down as well. No onward or no
Earth Shattered.
They're not going to go for it.
Yeah, he can rely on the Primal Wrath here too, but it's more so just, again, kind of limit testing each other. Battle spells being used up or not. Next objective is up here, and they're going to get in the zone here. They have to worry about Super Prince setting things up, but it's going to be started up too. King Kong holding it.
Brusco walking up as well. The Lantern Flare still on him. King Kong on the turtle. First blood gonna be locked in onto King Kong. Eruption on point. Kelra in the back with a heavy crossbow again. The flanks. Fabian jumping back and forth. Not enough damage. Kelra is on a roll.
They split the fight into two. Witty is still trying to buy some time as Kirk at 1 HP tries to knock up Yehezkiel with the Earth Shatter. Fabian with the Quad Shadow should be able to find one
kill
for
on
his
Kelra,
own,
yes,
but even
nice
so,
one.
the fight has been split in half.
No, it's a chase. Super Prince chasing Fabian. He's waiting for the cooldown on the Quad Shadows. Brusco walks up and shuts him down.
And with that exchange, at least Fabian gets a couple kills, but FNOP
They know
gets a
that
whole
Aaron
lot
doesn't have
through
the
that.
flicker,
Plus,
that's why
taking the gold lead now in favor, almost
they love this
2,000.
one with the spring.
1 for 1 for the Turtles here, but some of these first items are going to be picked up now and locked in and start to show. Even for Super Prince, you know, already doing a great job at just setting up the RWM and gets the glowing wand too. A lot of this utility that comes from this Eve pick is the advantage when it comes to those turtle fights. And even for Kelra to show up on that back line, pop the sprint and maneuver around, again, that's what TLID has to be weary of.
Exactly, about looking for these flank angles and not to necessarily be caught specifically by that cursed blood. It can get a little tough, especially when TLID start opening up that map, but Aaron Cheeky getting shoved and dove underneath turret. A Berserker's Fury for Kelra's, again, dominating run.
That's what you said about it previously. The hydraulic press, Raging Sandstorm defensively from Brusco, and they get out of harm's way. You can see King Kong dominating this jungle matchup. Fabian still is able to secure the purple buff, but King Kong's a level ahead on the alpha. He's gonna wait for it. RWM over the edge. Spear of Alpha 2 from King Kong.
Come on, stun him.
But now the Curse of Blood on all three of the members. They're chunked out. 1 all three pulled underneath the turrets.
Yeah, Heskill continuing the chase. Fabian takes it back, punishing FNOP's overextension.
An overextension, trying to set up under that tier 1 turret. Fabian having a great start again on this Hayabusa. He's had to work for it, but they're going to have to do something about Kelra here, because eventually that is going to be a kill. It's a damage check. He gets under half. They got to deal with him.
Uh-oh. They've already got the Primal Wrath out. He's going to get dove under pretty quick.
Brusco's there.
Flicker out. Lantern Flare coming out as well. Now Kirk going to be taken out as well. It will be as Heskill who picks up the kill. And the turtle to TLID. So some way they're actually able to equalize that gold lead. No longer the big, scary gold lead for FNOP.
All right, so where does the majority of the gold lead actually come from? And I mean, looking at the gold lead, it's got to be Kelra, right? I think he's got like, what, 2,000 ahead, currently on to Aaron Shiki. Hold on, the Quad Shadow's not going to do much there just yet, but even so, that's a majority of the damage from Fnatic Onyx PH. They got to play around him and let Kelra kind of do the work, because look at that damage check, 50% off of that one auto, well, plus the passive.
And he's just doing that to delay him on taking the buff.
Around chase. Conceal already from
Small.
Bursting through, now the Rhapsody together with a Lantern Flare. Brusco is down out of nowhere. Becomes a 2-for-1 for Liquid ID.
Oh no. Okay, Team Liquid ID are actually pulling this map now with the lead of their own. At the very least, Heskill has a very stable pick. Let's look at the items and really start to compare, because wow, shocking lead for Kelra, but then there is compensation when it comes down to the jungle. Compensation when it does also come down to the mid lane too.
And interestingly enough, as you know, as many kills as Fabian has on this Hayabusa, the fact that King Kong is not too far behind in essence against the economy here, that's fine for him, because that's what King Kong does on the alpha pick. It isn't to go and fight and fight and fight. It's really just to go ahead and lock down some of the farm, and then later on, you know, you have some more of that tankiness on this alpha. You play around your setup potential, and you just let Kelra shine. And there it is. Skypiercer is actually going to be picked up already from Shiki.
He's going for a third item. I think he recognizes that Heskill is giving him a lot of peel anyway. Same goes to Iran. They need those big finishers, which means I would assume that Fabian, he's going into these fights just to chunk.
And to be fair, the Juicing will go Skypiercer too, right? Like, that's the normal build we're seeing. And for Heskill, does look like he's on the way for a second item, Skypiercer. So they'll have two. Now, is that a bit too greedy, or is that good, you know?
I think it's part of the answer is just get rid of Kelra. Whether it's either or, as long as you take Kelra out of the picture, then they lose a lot of that damage potential. And we'll see if that gamble is going to be worth it, because Team Liquid ID will start things up.
Oh my god, nice one as the flicker.
What happened, Fabian? Claims to kill him back, the assassination here on Shiki. So able to cut away to Decimata. Kelra chasing it on down in the bush. Kelra walking with a heavy crossbar. Power of wildness. Aaron Shiki claims the kill. Brusco running back with a Raging Sandstorm. Fabian with a chase again. And it will be a Lord traded in for a fight.
Oh my goodness, and a fight well deserved by TLID. I mean, it might not be over just yet here. Let's give it a moment because Aaron Cheeky, it's great. The target acquisition in tandem with Fabian, making sure that Super Prince does not get that much value out of his RWM. Happens so fast.
Yeah.
And honestly, I got to give it to Witty. He's been finding like 2-man, 3-man Cursed Bloods at some critical moments.
Again, this Carmilla pick for Witty has worked for them in the past, even their whole journey up to this point in the grand final. And they're set up mid.
Spear of Alpha into the Earth Shadow. Witty still surviving. Shadow kill.
Nice one.
It's going to be neutralized by the Primal Rod. Real manipulation!
Oh my God.
Kelra, running forward. He takes out one. Needs the backup. Dive underneath the turret. Nobody is safe. 3 flickers for 3 kills. And Brusco will pay that price.
It doesn't matter if they're behind in that form. They'll make a play either way. And they still have the Lord knocking on the base turrets now. FNOP sets things up. They might look for more.
They're hungry. They're so hungry. They want this inhibitor early on. They want to create that 13K lead they did in their previous series. Because Team Liquid ID, if they find that momentum back against Fnatic on PH, they might be able to turn things around.
Holy moly. Just when you think Liquid have neutralized the lead, when you think they're ahead, someone else becomes the X factor. Game 1, 2, 3, I think it was Kelra all around. Now, Brusco from out of nowhere.
It's always one of them, and that's again why they have been called the Super Fam. Every single player, every single role in lane filled and just perform at a peak here throughout the tournament and now through the grand final. It's TLID on the back foot now, trying to just defend even the buffs. King Kong put enough pressure, nearly level 15. Again, with this, Team Liquid ID still in fighting form, not a massive deficit to work against, but it gets increasingly more difficult when they approach these Lord fights because of that setup potential from FNOP.
Oh, but even so, at the end of the day, it really comes down just to hard execution, right? As much as Fnatic on PH are able to kind of control this tempo, the execution for these are... Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh my God.
RWM has also been thrown out here, but I don't think they should be able to find anything.
With the isolating, you know, the cancel! Spear of Alpha, he gets down Kelra with a fade away!
What a cancel! Never mind, I take it back. They do find one.
Sometimes you wonder, you know, Kelra's jumping forward. Well, that's exactly why. So aggressive and making moves just now at this point.
How does he get a Renner's apathy on an Irithel?
I have no clue. I have no clue. But at this point, this Lord should be free, right?
They're going to start it up. Lord for the taking here. It's already taken. Kirk gets it.
Raging Sandstorm, Brusco. Gonna be taken down. He has to the Sky Piercer stack. Crucible Blood into the back line. Super Prince not able to pop in the RWM just yet as Kelra jumps with the heavy crossbow. Power Wildness onto Kelra, but Aran gets deleted.
The peel is perfect. Kelra has the space, and Witty, as well as Aran, will not be able to create the opening that they were looking for.
And look at that, just as you think, you know, he's so aggressive on this aerial, able to jump in. Now he also gets some defense with a Wind of Nature pickup. Able to deal with some of that pressure, physical damage that might be set up from even Fabian here. They work with this Lord at push now, taking the goal lead a little bit further. FNOP will get ready to march towards the base. They already got some work done on these turrets. And so Team Liquid Indonesia in a precarious situation on this defense. They have to be able to clear things out and keep things contained and together. They're going to rely on the setup potential and maybe even the Cursed Blood. Spear of Alpha won't land from King Kong.
It's a short cooldown, totally fine here, and I think the Team Liquid ID need to play this defensively. Sacrifice an inhibitor, sure, but this game needs to drag on because they're so close to their next item power spike. 39 to 43.
The siege continues. That's a quad shadow to the back. King Kong with the Spear of Alpha baited out. The Primal Wrap from Kirk as well, though. Two base are taken down. Now one more up top. Kelra sent to deal with it. A few more shots into the turret. It will survive for a bit. Kelra wants to go for it. Walks up a few more times. One more time. That Sonata keeps him at bay.
Team Liquid ID wants to hold on to that one. Fabian jumps in.
Shadow kill, Spear of Alpha bringing him back again. The quad shadow back from Fabian and the damage. RWM locking them down inside. It has heal with the Crimson Beacon locking Super Prince up. Now it's an all into the back line. Aaron Chicky getting it. Raging Sandstorm from Brusco. Kelra in the base. Looking for the end moment. TLID have cleared out the wave. And Kelra will be able to escape, but King Kong have dealt with him.
Oh no, the minions are starting to push it. They're running out. It's one.
Thunder heralds their unstoppable reign. unscathed, unrivaled. Their legends proclaimed. Bow down to the empire of Fnatic, Onyx Philippines.
Axiata Arena, make some noise for the Heralds of Thunder! Let me hear you scream! Their dominant run in the Philippines, and now their dominant run here in the M6 World Championship. We're all part of the fam now. Let's throw it on stage with our winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fnatic Onyx Philippines!
Champion.
What an epic battle for the final, the real grand final. They're staying at the top and finish to the top. Gentlemen, Fnatic Onyx Philippines,
They have never
come and
lost
join
a
us
single
here at the
match.
front. The emotions is
Onyx.
overwhelming, and guys, I gotta say, Axiata Arena, you guys are amazing.
First team
You
ever
guys
to
are the
do it
superstars.
without
You
losing a
guys
single
are the
game in
best.
the final.
This is the best M series I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. But once again,
Not a single
ladies
game.
and gentlemen, your champions.
The fight is over. This is the new record for Fnatic Onyx. All right, gentlemen. You may now claim what is rightfully yours. In 3, 2, 1. Ito ang lakas ng Pinas. Fnatic Onyx Philippines!
Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
The 5th straight trophy for the Philippines.
This franchise has been in the grand final for multiple times. Now, after besting any rival, Fnatic Onyx Philippines have finally finished their story.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions and struggles. However, Fnatic Onyx Philippines did not drop a single match this M6. Kelra, come here, alika dito. Kelra, congratulations. From an MSC champion, MPL Philippines, and now you are our M Series champion. What does this victory mean for you? From an M Series champion, tas naging MPL Philippines champion, tas ngayon M Series naman ang napanalunan mo. Anong ibig sabihin ng panalo na to sa'yo?
Una-una sa lahat, thank you sa mga pumuntahin, sumuporta sa amin dito. And sa mga nanonood online, maraming salamat, appreciate namin lahat yon. Okay.
He said thank you to everybody watching here in the arena. For those supporting online, they really, really appreciate your support.
I have a question as well right now to Coach Why Not. Coach, all these sleepless nights, all the training, all of the work that you've put in, who do you want to dedicate this victory to?
Definitely. I mean, I'm quite happy right now, but to be honest, I just really want to go home to my family, kiss my girlfriend. I miss her so much. Hug my kids. But yeah, everything, it's for us, definitely, for the Filipinos out there, and the Philippines, but most especially, to my girlfriend, Dorothy. Thank you.
That's so cute.
I know, Dorothy, hope you're listening right now.
Yes, I want to hear something more from the player, Brusco. Can you tell us about your win? This is your first. You won in MPL Philippines. Now, you're the champion of the world.
First, I want to thank the Sonics fans supporting us, and I want to thank my girlfriend also watching me. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you.
That is so sweet and so cute. Now I think everybody is ready to see them get their medals, award prizes that they have won. So to commemorate this momentous victory, please allow me to welcome Mr. Cloud Chang, CEO of Moonton Games, to award the exclusive M6 medallion made in collaboration with Fairy.
Big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. One of the men that made today's event happen, and each medal, by the way, is crafted from rare gemstones featuring a mythic dragon motif. Stunning. Stunning.
They've got a lot of present. This is special. The Smith for the champion, the world champion.
Kelra keeps jumping up and down. He is so hyped, even though he's out of breath already. This is truly an amazing victory for them.
The release of endorphins, I can only imagine what they're going through right now, supported by the fans here in attendance. It is a night they each and every single one of them are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Yep, it's of one of the players, the family, the staff, everyone who helped the Fnatic Onyx to become the champion.
Look at the substitute
Now they're
player
here
who
celebrating
they're getting
with a
free.
new necklace and something new from Fairy.
Guys, so once again, we have the silent but deadly EXP laner, the Architect.
We have King Kong, the Sigma King, the Beast.
Super Friends, the Monster Mage, Brusco the Bruiser.
And not forgetting Kelra, the gold standard, the Filipino Savage. Okay, photos are taken. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. We're going to be moving on to something else now. We want to immortalize your marks of being greater than ever. Let me now call upon onto the stage in just a moment another special guest. Once the photos are taken, once again, thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. Are the photos all done? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang.
Now to call onto the stage for the next award presentation, Mr. Julius C., CEO of Fairy, towards your Fairy M6 Dreamwatch and your very own Fairy M6 Mythic Champions Ring.
CEO of Fairy.
Show us.
Are tournament
After the medals, now it's time. The gate, the Fairy Watch, the Dream Watch, Spatial M6 Dream Watch, the M6 Mythic
Players, main players. All right, nice.
The Fairy M6 Dream Watch feature advanced chronocap functionalities. So this is spatial just for the champion.
Oh shit, watch as well.
Can we get the starting lineup to come in front first, please?
And don't forget, we have our very own Fairy M6 Mythic Champions rings as well.
Smart Omega.
Meanwhile, the M6 Mythic Champion ring boasts an innovative design with a removable crown that reveals a hidden Land of Dawn map with 20 and blue and red animals that represent the mlbb turrets.
Champions only will have this. Things they will cherish for the rest of their lives. Reminders of this night, a historic night in Exakti Arena here in Bukit Jalil. M6 in Malaysia. Something we will never forget, and certainly the players, the entire team will never forget. I'm wondering what the party will be like in the Philippines right now as they're watching this.
I am pretty sure the Filipinos are ecstatic to win their 5th World Championship title. And of course, people from all over the world, the Fnatic Onyx fans, I'm pretty sure they're super duper stoked right now.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Rising to be the best as only they can.
Yes, now the winning finger. They got all with the ring, a new ring that show how shiny and how great is their finger, because this is the finger that makes them won.
I know. I'm hoping it comes up on camera. I'm hoping everyone who's watching right now can see how beautiful and magnificent these devices are, going onto the fingers, going onto the wrists, and wearing it with pride, uniting these brothers for life.
And there you go, Coach Yap is completing his
Show your rings to the camera.
Oh! Complete 5-stack, ladies and gentlemen. That's his strategy. Okay, now the
Take the
stones are
coach here
complete
carrying
for
5
Coach
ring,
Yap.
yes.
Indeed.
He looks like Thanos. I love it.
He does.
That's nice.
Different colors. These are green. I'm trying to get a closer look from where we are right now. So some of the watches, they've got a blue trim around them. Some have got green. They all look gorgeous.
They do, and they all look really amazing on our players. Definitely greater than ever this time around.
I
Neck,
Abi noticed
finger,
minions.
everything is catching, bubbling.
Oh, yeah.
That looks heavy as well, I have to say. I mean, better watch your luggage when you fly back. Don't want to be overweight with all the bling on your arms.
They got a lot of things. This is super special. And of course, all of the family. Now they are celebrating together. And now I think we can stay together because they got new watch. What time is it? Show your watch, show your everything. You can say it now. Thank you very much. Let's take a picture together with Mr. C.
I think we should have a big,
Mr. Stung.
let's have a
take
big
picture together.
group picture with everybody here. Okay, if everyone here can look at me. Okay, we're gonna take a picture with our VIP down here. Lovely, thank you. Let me get out the way.
Smile for the camera, everybody. Show off your new rings. Coach Yeb, show off your complete stack. Ring, watch, medal, and this is the moment for the champion. What time is that? Woohoo! Thank you very much to Mr. C. And finally, to complete the champion's gear, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Ellie Chin, Smartphone Country Product Manager of Asus Malaysia, to award your ROG Phone 9.
Oh shit, they're gonna get ROG as well.
Everything. They deserve it. Now, they will be more and more powerful with the new smartphone. Yes, they are all walking home with an ROG 9.
And I'm sure everybody in the arena right now knows how good ROG smartphones is. They are a mobile masterpiece that blends high-octane gaming with a sleek, modern aesthetic. These are the perfect phones for our world champions.
I agree, and look at them, so happy with their new phones to play Mobile Legends on.
I want a phone as well.
We want a phone.
Or
Miss Chen, I hope that you can have a spare phone for us as well, please. It'd be much appreciated.
They all look so happy. Yes, let's take a picture together.
Okay, one more picture together, please.
Miss Ellie, could we have
Then
a photo?
ring, then read, then
Yes,
ring
you
and
may
what
stand
is
in the
very
middle with them.
expensive.
Yes. Guys, let's get around. Show your phone. Show your new phones, guys. Show your new phone to the camera. Champion phone. With ROG Phone 9. Thank you, Miss Ellen. And, of course, for the giant check, we would like to invite Mr. Lucas Mao as Managing Director of Moonton Games to present the awards for the players, for the winners, for Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Wait, minions.
In front of applause, everyone, this is the giant check for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Kelright's so happy he is embodying everything right now.
It's amazing. From
Champion!
up-and-comers to the brightest stars, Fnatic Onyx Philippines extends the Philippines era with another World Championship trophy.
The fifth trophy for Philippines. They fought really well for their country. Thank you so much, Mr. Lucas Mao. And wow. Present to present, the smile and smile. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen an amazing game, an amazing M6. But let me ask you, Axiata Arena, who is your finals MVP?
Whoa, 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 whoa! One more time. Who are your finals MVP? Is it? Is it? We're gonna find out in just a moment. We have to invite somebody else up.
To present this award, we have Miss Ellie Chen back on stage to present the M6 Finals MVP Award.
Yes, she's here. Now that everyone's ready.
The M6 World Champions Finals MVP is Kelra!
The Filipino Savage, the gold standard. Now, the M6 Finals MVP. Kelra's development, not only as a player, but as an individual, is unmatched. This is a much-deserved recognition. Our congratulations.
The superwoman.
Kelra is kissing. Thank you very much, Miss Ellie Chen. Thank you. Kelra, come here. You know what, Kelra? Come, I'll go to you. You're now the finals MVP. Kelra, you're the only player in the world with an MSC Finals MVP, MPL Finals MVP, and now M6 Finals MVP. What do you have to say about your victory?
Masasabi ko lang nag-finals MVP ako dahil sa kampi ko, hindi dahil sa sarili ko.
He said that he just want to say to everyone, he became a finals MVP not because of himself, but because of his teammates. Do you have anything to say to them? Do you have anything to say to your teammates?
Sa teammate ko, mahal na mahal ko kayo, yun lang.
To his teammates, I love you all so much. That's it. Thank you, Kelra. Wow. This guy, he's called the gold standard, but I think he is now the greatest standard.
The GOAT conversation right now, is he in that conversation? Is he in the bracket of GOATs?
I think he is slowly getting there.
I think he's getting there. And we're witnessing history being made. Okay, looking all these gentlemen, how do you think they're feeling? Honestly.
I'm feeling so happy. Just now, they were asking for more nasi lemak from me.
Oh, they love nasi lemak?
You know what? More nasi lemak? Okay, I'll get you nasi lemak tomorrow. Okay? More nasi lemak for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Do you guys agree? Yes! Okay.
All right. We're going to have one more trophy lift, I think. I want everyone to get by their trophy one more time. Gather around the trophy. We're going to lift it one more time together. The Champions Lift. You've received your prizes. You've received the accolades of all the fans here and those streaming it online. The millions upon millions of fans and players around the globe who've gathered here today to witness history being made.
You guys may now lift your trophy. Once again, this is Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
The M6 World Championship champion. The dawn of a new legacy. Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Fnatic Onyx Philippines have finally become greater than ever.
Fnatic Onyx Philippines has left their mark in the mlbb esports scene. And now they are going back to the Philippines with a brand new trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our champions here. Aksakti Arena, Malaysians, do me proud and make some noise!
Fnatic Onyx Philippines, you may carry your trophy and do your Champions Walk of Glory. Kelra, this is real! This is real, Kelra!
It's not a dream. You are living the dream.
They're stuck on the floor. All right,
the dream now.
You guys may now lift your trophy.
Okay, guys, we want you to carry this trophy down here. We want you to show the fans your trophy. So pick it up. Are you ready? Pick it up one more time and let's walk down here.
This is your champion.
The champions.
And this is the champions walk of glory. To our passionate and ever-growing community, thank you for making the M6 World Championship possible for the last time tonight. My name is Rose.
My name is Adam.
And my name is Bude Clara. See you at M7.
I'm having something, so should we make an XMR for you guys? Yeah? कुछ मत बोलो नहीं समझा ना नहीं समझा दो बार बोला नहीं
From something as simple as faith.
ओए नहीं करना तेरा बुकिंग इतना हो गया तेरा नाटक
वो भी
पूरा दिन बर्बाद कर दिया फालतू से देखने में नहीं स्किपर मेरा स्टार्ट बुकिंग में ना तुमने बोला आज खेलेगा कल मेरा ऑफिस कितने गाल यो डैम ब्रो
तेरे चैट के जगह पे तुंची के चैट पे लिख दिया था
नहीं कि नहीं है स्किपर
सब लोग M6 देख रहे हैं पता नहीं चल रहा कौन किसका चैट है
वो सिग्निफाइड स्टार करने में कितना पैसा होता है कितने पे एक बार What's my account? I'm asking you to play with me.
Same.
Please help her. Help her. Please help her. Hello. Mind करो guys. I'll see you guys.
क्या है
नहीं आ गया मैं क्या करूं मैजिक चेस खेलता हूं किसको मैजिक चेस खेलना है
Have a seat, sip some tea, and enjoy the show, my friend.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy something and I'm gonna come back, eat, and then I'm free.
किसको मैजिक चेस खेलना है
मेरे को नहीं आता मैजिक चेस
Speed is essential in martial arts.
Anh tao mặt thôi rồi
Bye Muskan, bye
बस देख ले ठीक है ना याद रखना है
but
क्या है अभी तो ये क्या चीज़ है समझ में नहीं आ रही है समझ में नहीं आ रही है
मैजिक चेस खेलेगा नहीं खेलेगा कोई मैं जा रहा हूँ मैजिक चेस खेलने जा रहा हूँ डिस्कॉर्ड से नहीं जा रहा है
Speed is essential in martial arts.
ये बबल
later okay I'll come in later bye bye